Guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text GRIT to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone-boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text GRIT to 42424. That's GRIT to 42424. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Friday, September 20th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 93 in hour one of today's show. We'll talk about the New Orleans Saints offense and what we've seen from them so far here in 2024, and we'll give you the latest injury report for your LSU Tigers. Follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Dude, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Welcome back. What's up, y'all? Friday, baby. That's right. OTB. Let's go. Let's have ourselves a very good day, guys, and a very good football weekend, which I believe a very good football weekend is on the horizon. In fact, Jake, I think I'm going to make your little football morning as we explore the Saints personnel usage.
Today?
This morning. It's the type of stuff that'll make you skip through the day. It'll put a little extra spring in your step, a little pep in your step even. I'm T-Bob, he's Jake. We got Alondra Villarreal and hanging out with you today. How's everyone feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's Friday.
Hell yeah.
A lot of games. A lot of games for the Hester boys. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is like the first week that everybody had a game. Getting home late, eating dinner late, but great week. A couple of dubs. So feeling good. Glad that, the weekend is here. Excited for LSU-UCLA as well. A little revenge tour.
Yeah.
For LSU. Yeah. So all is good. What about you, sir? Nobody ever asked you how you're doing.
Thank you. I'm doing well. Weekend's always great vibes. I'm excited for a couple things going on this weekend. I'm actually going to do something on game day today. I'm hosting a tailgate party in the RV lots at right across from Tiger Park. So like Skip Burtman River Road. If you want to come by.
What time?
There's unfortunately, it's like 11 to 2 because I was going to go hang out with you and Bobby on set, and I can't do it now. I know.
Bum.
I got to figure out a way to see the general at some point. Trust me, it bums me out. I really wanted to come sit on the set with y'all.
So we're both hosting events at 11 to 2.
Yeah, exactly. But that'll be a lot of fun. Like if you're in the RV lots, I know you're probably not going to wander over there from campus, but if you're in the RV lots, you want to come say what's up, we'll have a bunch of drinks, fun. It's going to be like a giant party. I'm basically like, they're just telling me just like a dancing monkey, like, hey, like make the party fun. Just make the party fun. I'm like, okay.
Hey, if
there's one thing I can do,
it's Party Bob.
That's what I told him. I said, put Booby in and let Booby spin.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if people get that reference when I say that.
I didn't get it.
Yeah.
I know Taylor does.
Taylor for sure.
Yes, sir. Friday Night Lights.
Yeah.
Y'all want to win?
The
Put
movie?
in.
The movie.
Oh, okay.
I say it all the time, but like it seems a little niche maybe. But that movie
Really?
meant
The
a lot
show
to
was
me in high school.
great. I watched the
this
movie
is from the
once.
movie.
In a weird way, I would argue the Friday Night Lights television show, which I've never seen,
It's great.
has more pop culture cachet than the movie does.
It's awesome.
Like people really love that show.
Yeah.
Whereas I really loved the movie. I used to love to listen to the Explosions in the Sky song after both happy and sad football games. It's such a reflective sort of song.
Yeah.
I'll never forget finishing my last high school football game and going and driving out to a field and just watching the sunrise with Explosions in the Sky playing, just really leaning into all of my stereotypical emotions.
What was your last high school game?
We lost the playoffs. Yeah.
What rounds?
Quarters. We lost in the quarters like every year, dude.
Really? Same team?
No. No, different teams. I've had a bit of a, thank God we broke through in 07 because I've had a bit of a tortured playoff past growing up. All my Little League years, we lost championship, semifinal to the same team, Decula. High school was quarterfinals every year. Senior year of college, we end up losing in the Natty. It's been a lot of very close. But thank God, 07 we got through.
Yeah.
So I got at least one.
There you go.
I got at least one to my name. 2-time Scout Team Player of the Week, not to brag.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Alondra, what's up? How you doing today? You excited?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited. Maybe I'll come by the tailgate with Reese and we can get some videos.
Yeah, come on.
Because if people are going to be like crazy, then that's going to do.
I hope they are.
Stuff. Wait, where's the RV lot?
Just think Skip Bertman River Road.
Okay.
Skip Bertman Drive River Road,
I
right
do know
across
where
from
that
Tiger
is.
Park. That's one of the RV lots. I don't really know. I don't know if I've ever tailgated over there.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see what it's all about.
I expect to see both of you at both these events.
Where are y'all hosting
Walk-ons.
the show? At Walk-ons?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah, dude.
They
I
can
go
make
to
both.
walk-on. Yeah, I can go to walk-ons and then go to the thing.
Actually, you can. That's not. I mean,
not
that's
far at
kind of
all.
on the way.
Yeah, it is.
Taylor, what's up, dude? How are you doing today?
Man, I'm doing good. Woke up this morning and I was like, what's going to put me over the top? Guys, it's back. I hadn't had one in 2 weeks. The NOS has made it work. So
Whoa, it's been
back.
2 weeks?
It's been 2 weeks since a NOS. Yeah.
It's
didn't
great. I
notice
did notice.
that.
I noticed when he was turning on the cameras, he reached over and the bright blue can caught my eye.
Does that work like you know how like people take a break from
Like a tolerance break?
Yeah, is it like a tolerance break? Like, are you feeling like extra juice today because you've been off the NOS for so long?
Yeah, I needed it too. It's like
hell yeah.
It's like when you do your first line in a while. I don't know what that feels like. I'm just
about
assuming.
to say you are. I do not. Just so everybody listening knows. I don't think Taylor actually knows at all what that feels like. That's fine. But
I'm
yes,
totally getting drug tested later.
Yes. No, it's you don't, maybe you take a week off of drinking or something, and then you have that first beer.
You know what?
It's gonna
That was
taste
a
little
much
tastier.
more appropriate analogy. You're right.
Of all the ways that you could have gone, I'm shocked you went that way. I got to say, before we get into the show, yesterday I was so pleased with. I'm sitting there in my office and I'm just prepping, getting ready, and the genuine sports passion out of the people that work at this building is just fantastic. I might have even been in the bathroom. I don't exactly know, but I was just overhearing conversations.
Just eavesdropping on people in the bathroom?
Yeah, all the time. Are you kidding me? I catch y'all talking about me all the time when I'm in the bathroom. Then I yell at you from the bathroom. But I mean,
I usually do say goodbye to you
Yeah.
as you're in the bathroom.
But
You're right.
but
restroom.
Taylor and Jordan and Musso doing NFL takes just to each other in the office was so sincere. It wasn't performative. It wasn't for a microphone. It was just classic water cooler workplace talk. I don't even remember what the subject matter was. Like, I can't remember a single take.
It was I was crapping on Bryce Young. It was a normal Thursday afternoon.
So you are both using the restroom.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Nice.
Oh my God, dude! They're just sitting there talking about Bryce Young. Did Trevor Lawrence come up? Maybe
No,
I don't
Trevor.
even know.
Caleb came up one time, which we had a similar conversation about him. So
it's just, I was just struck, man. I was like, sometimes you do this job for so long, and like anything else in life, you can start to take it for granted. And then you remember that, no, like just talking about sports is fun and people love it. And seeing the sincerity of those takes being badmintoned back and forth was, it just made my day.
Well, you're welcome.
Absolutely made my day.
Going back to old sports movie cliches, you're the old battered athlete, and I'm the little kid playing in the field with the torn up jersey. So you're welcome, T-Bub.
Yeah, you're inspiring me to reapproach the job with a sincerity and clear eyes and an open heart.
What was the Caleb Williams take?
Probably Taylor talking about how he thought he sucked coming out of college. Taylor is trying to victory lap. So he's victory lapping so hard on Bryce Young, and he's
Caleb's still up in the air. No. It is way too soon to say that about Caleb.
I didn't remember you being so against Bryce Young.
He's very against Bryce Young coming out of college. It's like Taylor's favorite take. He puts it in the Taylor Take Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that one's up there for sure.
I can see Taylor having a shelf in his house that has
My
Taylor
best
Take
takes.
Hall of Fame.
Some people
it's a whiteboard, so if something jumps the other, I can just erase it and rearrange it.
Some people have motivational messages on their mirror every morning to keep them going. Taylor just has my best takes.
Yeah.
And then,
Taylor's
he
Bryce
adjusts
Young.
them.
Check.
That's going to be, look, to be fair, that's going to be a hard one to displace. Because right now, Bryce Young looks like he's vying for maybe worst first pick of all time.
I know.
I
thought he was going to be good. I never knew if he could get elite or great, or his size worried me. I thought he was going to be good, though. Because
I never thought he was going to be a disaster.
No, he was so efficient at Alabama. And remember, that second year that he was the starter, he did not have the normal Jimmys and Joes that Alabama has as far as weapons. No. And he was still really good. So that's what made me think, he's going to be fine. He'll be efficient. He'll be a, top 15 quarterback at least, somewhere in the 12 to 15 range. Oof. Yeah. No, he is not.
No. It's, who knows? Maybe a little break's good for him. Maybe even getting out of Carolina eventually. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and get this show started.
It's time to get to work, courtesy of Tiger Labor and Staffing, where they can help take care of screening, training, payroll, and more. Now, for starters.
Tiger Labor and Staffing provides reliable local staffing solutions for warehouse, construction, and manufacturing positions. Whether you need help with temporary labor or long-term hires, they've got you covered with skilled and dependable workers. We're locally owned and operated, and we have the shortest waiting period in the industry. Tiger Labor and Staffing makes it easy to transfer top talent onto your payroll quickly. We vet the workforce to solve all your staffing needs with a short or long term. Tiger Labor and Staffing. All right, Jake. So this is something that is starting to make the rounds on ESPN. Have you ever read any Benjamin Solak? It's interesting. He's kind of a nerdy little white guy.
Yeah, there was something I disagree with him with the other day. I think he called the Chargers a non-playoff team.
I don't know.
And I was like, hey, bud.
He did point out in his Saints article that
go do a pull-up.
He pointed out in his Saints article that Alvin Kamara is second only to J.K. Dobbins in rush yards before contact right now. So they must be doing something right. But Solak's he's like he is. Yeah. He's like a little white nerdy guy who's obsessed with football, and he writes about it in a very.
I bet analytics is a big part of what he does.
It's definitely a big part. But he loves to get nerdy about things like personnel usage and all these other sorts of things. And he has a bit of a master class in breaking down this Saints offense. I tweeted out that it's a must read. Go check out my Twitter if you want to check it out for yourself. Right now the New Orleans Saints scoring 4.33 points per drive. That's the best in the century. The 15 consecutive scoring drives to start the season is the longest since 1978. Okay. But here's where it gets great. No team in the NFL right now has taken a smaller percentage of its snaps from 11 personnel. The Saints have only used 11 personnel 22% of the time. Now, these numbers without context mean nothing. League average, guys, is 61%. The Ravens have the second least usage at 32%. So you're not just using 11 personnel less than everybody else by a small margin.
Right.
You are going completely against the grain in terms of the personnel that you are putting out there. And why that becomes impactful. Oh, and by the way, Mina Kimes pointed this out, Jake.
I saw this.
Yeah, so the Saints, Adam Prentice has been on the team since 2021. He has never played more than 125 snaps in a season.
That's crazy.
He has played 50 snaps through 2 games.
That's the good stuff.
Never played more than 125, and now he's played 50 in 2 games. The Saints are absolutely a 21 personnel team. And what this is doing is forcing the defense to go big on big.
Yeah.
They can't play nickel. So all of a sudden, Derek Carr has faced a base defense where only 4 defensive backs on the field. He's faced that 51% of the time this season. If that number would hold, that would be the highest number for a quarterback since 2013. So here you have, at a time when we're talking about how the passing game's stepping back, the running game is on the rise, the New Orleans Saints and Clinton Kubiak right now are at the forefront of rejecting modern offensive theory and saying, no, we're going to do our thing, but we're going to do it to the extreme. Really, really impressive stuff from Kubiak. And I love the context that Solak applies here with those numbers.
All right, so here's the full breakdown of what they've been. They've been a 12 personnel team 45 times. That's 36% of the time. That's 1 back, 2 tight ends, and they graded out 83.1% in that personnel. 21 personnel, so 2 backs, fullback, tailback, and 1 tight end 32 times. That's 25.6% of the time. They've actually graded out 85.9% in 21 personnel. So their highest grade of any personnel. 11, 85.1 is the grade, 30 times, 24%. 22, they've actually been in 22 11 times. So that's a big number. 2 backs, 2 tight ends, 78% of the time, or 78 grades. So that's pretty good as well. And then 13 personnel, 5 times, 83.4% is the grade.
And what's funny is, like, it's almost like 21.5 personnel because Taysom is both fullback and tight end.
Yeah.
A lot of times as well. So, like, I mean, you are a 2-receiver team, which, how genius is that, guys? You want to talk about.
Because you really only have.
Because you only have 2, right? Like we kept talking about how mid the entire receiver room looked, like, the full breadth of it. But all of a sudden, okay, like, you want to talk about an offensive coordinator adapting to what he has, then just don't play more than 2 because your 2 are good. Olave's really good, and Shaheed's the best deep threat outside of Tyreek Hill in the league. So some really forward-thinking stuff here from Clint Kubiak, and we'll get into next segment, the Saints defending the run, defending Jalen Hurts. That's the key to this game. But I love this final line from Solak because absolutely, like, a statistical regression is an inevitability, right? And I got questions about, Jake, will they remain committed to this stuff if they're playing from behind?
Right.
Or will they start to panic and start to go, like, just, hey, we got to throw it all over the place. But here's what Solak says near the end of there. Quote, but what gives me faith that the Saints can sustain serious offensive success, not record-setting, mind you, but still quality success, is how well they're running the football. It's with the ground game that offenses punish those defenses that stay in lighter personnel to defend the play-action pass. Everything starts with the run. It's like my boy Durasic texted during the South Carolina LSU game. If you can't run the ball and if you can't stop the run, you can't play football. And right now, the Saints can run the ball. And we're going to figure out how well they stop the run.
They, when we're talking about these personnels that they're using, just to kind of give you an idea. So 21-22 personnel, they've done it 43 times. All right, I would assume that the LA Chargers are probably second in the NFL in using a two-back system.
I could see that.
Well, if you add
or maybe they said the
Ravens are tough because
it was just sorry. I'm trying to think how exactly.
Well, the Ravens are tough because I thought that was 11 personnel, but the Ravens are tough.
You're right. That's all it was. It was just 11 personnel.
The Ravens would be tough to grade if it's two-back because their fullbacks are really tight ends. Their tight ends are kind of receivers. So, but the Chargers have only used it 28 times. So 43-28, probably first to second. So they're first in two-back runs and two-back personnel by a pretty big margin. And I've talked with so many coaches at two different levels because, look, they know it's kind of my thing, and I'm always out there trying to get the fullback back in the game. And
it's finally paying off.
Oh my gosh!
Somehow
they've started they're like, hey, look, here's the deal. Teams are starting to figure out that linebackers are smaller, safeties are smaller. You have an advantage if you go out there and you have the old school two-back runs because you have the size advantage, and also none of these linebackers growing up in Pee-wee, high school, or college ever took on a two-back run.
No.
They don't know how to take it on.
It's crazy, the tail on these things, right? Like, the game literally went through evolution, like an animal, like fur turning brown because their environment changed or something. Like, players got smaller, they got faster. Nickel became the base defense. And now it's all rubber banding back.
Yep.
The meta is changing. And you're at the forefront of the meta. That's a good feeling, guys.
I mean, you got Mel Kiper trying to ban two high safeties because, like, why is everybody running so much?
God, Mel, you're such a nerd.
Yeah, like
that's the dumbest take. Like the fact. And
do I get to like at least shove Mel? Maybe not hit him, but just shove him and say, you know why? If I ever see him,
like I understand.
No, because then he won't know. It'll either be that or his draft pick take. So
no, he'll know.
More specific.
Like who was that? I'm like, it was Hester. He was a fullback back in the day, and he'll be like, damn it.
The thing is, like, I understand. We all do ridiculous segments and headlines because we all need views. It's what generates everything, right? It's why everybody will do something saying, is there a quarterback competition in Texas? Arch Manning. And then immediately when the conversation starts, the answer is no. But let's talk about the Texas quarterbacks. And it's because, like, no, of course there's not, right? But we're all chasing headlines. But at a certain point, the fact that the producers and everybody chose to roll with a "we should ban two high safety" segment is actually insane. And you could see how incredulous Orlovsky and others were. Like, it's just truly moronic. And Bell's not moronic. Again, that's just a take that somebody should have shut down in the show planning process.
Do you think they were like, hey, we got to be wild today. We need somebody to go out there and say we got to ban two high safeties. Mel, unfortunately, you drew the short straw.
I think
got to be you today, Mel.
I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was a producer that came up with it because it's hard to fathom that Mel would have. All right, here we go on very long. Let's go to break. When we get back, more Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to trashrangers.com. Trashrangers.com. Who dat? Trash Rangers, that baby. You need local, reliable trash removal in South Louisiana. You live in Ascension or live in some parish, go ahead and make the switch residentially, where you just in a couple of minutes, you figure out the days they pick up, number of cans, and prices. Remember that they actually text you to remind you the night before it's your day to say, hey guys, put the trash out so you never forget again, and your husband will stop nagging you. Or if you're a business and you need roll-off dumpsters, you need front-load dumpsters picked up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6 days a week. Again, trashrangers.com, and that's anywhere, trashrangers.com.
Yeah, go to the website today, see what they can do for you. You can sign up for residential service. You can sign up for your commercial service. And like T said, you can sign up for those roll-off dumpsters, 3 different sizes to choose from. So give them a call, say, hey, here's what I've got going on. Here's the project that I'm working on. They're going to tell you exactly what size roll-off dumpster that you need. Go to the website today, trashrangers.com.
Off 25 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $16,000 off. All new Bayou vehicles come with a complimentary extended warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals. But many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hold on.
What's happening, y'all?
Hold on, voice lady. Sorta.
Yeah, that one's been making the rounds lately.
All right, well, I don't ever have my
I don't know if it
headphones
means
on.
like,
Sorta.
I take it as like sort of a sports show.
I don't know. It better mean that.
Or like sort of because we're like 9th. So not technically best, but like still pretty freaking good.
Well, I mean, you know, it's just one metric.
Somebody in this room wrote it, and I can tell you what it means. It means like sort of a sports show because we also talk about random crap.
Okay,
well,
there you
like
go.
Sports-ish.
There you go.
Would, better define it.
All right. So, shout out Christina.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say, like, let's not act like Genie in a Bottle's not a banger.
What does she mean you got to rub me the right way?
I don't know, man.
I don't get it.
I don't get it.
I think like to make her come out of the bottle because she's the genie in the bottle. So she
I wonder how long she's been trapped there.
probably a while.
Yeah.
I would have a panic attack.
In a bottle?
Yes.
I don't think genies
Tight space, hundreds. I don't know. Genie and Aladdin seemed pretty happy to get out
That's true.
and did not really want to go back in.
So that begs the question: are they forcibly in this
Oh
bottle?
yeah. Oh yeah. Jinn, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the classic spelling of genie. Jinn, D-J-I-N-N. Jinn are absolutely trapped against their own will in that bottle by some sort of sorcerer or sorceress at some point.
And my wish would be to set all the genies free. That would be one of my wishes.
I wonder if that's allowed. Because we know there are rules.
That's
No
true.
wishing for more
There are
wishes.
rules.
You can obviously free the genie that is giving you the wishes. I wonder if you could free all of the genie's brethren.
Yeah.
But
I'm not freeing the genie.
But tell me you wouldn't be a little salty if you wish to free the genie
Mm-hmm.
and then he just like never talked to you again.
Ghosted me.
'Cause I definitely think I'm getting like some help like post freeing, right?
getting
Like,
a couple of
Yeah,
extra-
I need a couple extra ways. You
Yeah.
gotta hook me up a little bit.
Yeah.
What if he was just like, oh, thank you. All right, later. And then he's just like gone, like, oh, I
You're
should have
like-
wished for $1 million.
Right.
Damn it.
That's why you wish for $1 million and you just don't free the genie. Like 0% chance I'm using my wish to free the genie.
0%?
It's a genie. That's their job. They can't be a genie anymore if you free them.
No,
How is
dude.
anybody else going to get
No,
wishes?
dude. I think you got to free.
I would find another genie, and
I'm
then
not
my
doing it.
wish would be to trap that other genie again.
See, but that defeats the purpose then. You're still enslaving a sentient
Yeah,
being.
but at that point, he deserved it for ghosting me.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So if he ghosts you, then you go on the revenge path to get another
Yeah.
Jinn to Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean,
That
all fair play.
Just
Trap
real
him.
quick.
All fair in love and war.
Before we move on,
And
just,
wishes,
just
love
to
and
let
wishes.
everybody know, this song was released 25 years ago.
Yeah.
99.
Yeah.
25 years ago. I remember watching it as a 14-year-old on TRL after school in 1999.
I was 11. What does she mean? I don't get it.
No, I got it.
Is that how the song ends?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Kind of abrupt. Let's talk New Orleans Saints again real quick. Let's talk New Orleans. Okay, we're going to put a bow on the Saints in a second here. We talked about the incredible offensive personnel usage, how good play action and everything else has been.
Daniel said, so this is what the big voice lady meant by sort of.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, not, yes.
Well done.
Yes,
Okay,
not
sorry.
untrue.
We'll lock in.
The one question about Sunday, because let's be clear about this. Philly right now is dead last in the NFL in success rate against opposing running backs. They're not a good run defense. I really believe that in the Superdome, this offense is going to have a lot of success. It comes down to the Saints finding a way to stop Jalen Hurts and Saquon Barkley, but mainly Jalen Hurts, because there's a lot of bad evidence out there, Saints. I'm thinking about a quarterback running the ball, and I'm having PTSD flashbacks to Josh Dobbs. Not preseason, but even last year, right? And if Josh Dobbs can make you look like that, well, what's Jalen Hurts going to do? Last year, the Saints gave up the 5th most rush yards to opposing quarterbacks. They gave up 5.4 yards per carry to opposing quarterbacks, Jake. That was most in the league. The Eagles right now are 3rd in quarterback rush yards, 8th in rushing overall. Philly leads the NFL in snaps out of gun. So what they want to do is they want to spread you out. They want to get you a nickel, and then they want to run Jalen Hurts as an extra blocker and gain an advantage therein. So that is the big concern for me, Jake. And unfortunately, I don't know that I have a great... Well, this is clearly what the Saints will do. Like, there will be some personnel differences. Like, Willie Gay will play more this game. Christian Boyd will probably play more. But for whatever reason, this has been a bit of a bugaboo in a Dennis Allen defense that has really been fantastic in all other aspects.
You will have to change some things up. You will have to go to a little bit bigger personnel, more physical personnel. I was trying to think of the number of snaps that Willie Gay played last week. It wasn't very many.
No, he has not played many snaps on the year.
If it was double-digit T, it was 10. It was right at it.
Yeah, I read it this morning. I'll find it real quick.
Well, I just remember, after watching the tape and kind of looking at player play usage, but probably to your point, you bring in maybe some different bodies. I think your safeties play at a different level, and you can do those things that we're talking about because of what we talked about yesterday, no A.J. Brown. Right? If he's not in this game, your safeties can play a yard and a half closer to the line of scrimmage. They can try to stop some of the things. They can try to stop Saquon Barkley. They can try to stop Jalen Hurts in the run game. And you can do that because I think you have enough defensive backs to be able to go out there and stop Devontae. Like, that's going to be the one guy you have to stop it through the air. So it's not going to really look like the Saints have the first couple of weeks, but look, that's why you go sign a Willie Gay. Like, Willie Gay was never going to be a 55-play per game guy.
20 snaps. And shout out Matthew Paris. He had a really good write-up on all of this.
last week?
No, 20 on the season.
I was like...
No. He's played 20 snaps on the season.
Dang, I've gotten bad at charting plays.
No. He's not played a lot of snaps. And again, shout out Matthew Paris of The Advocate. He had a really good write-up on all this morning.
I think it was 10 a week ago. But either way, so that's why you sign a guy like that, because, I'm sure there's some people out there like, wait a minute, one of your only free agent signings and he's playing 10 plays per game. Yeah, you sign him because there's going to be different matchups.
Yeah.
There's going to be teams that you play that present a different challenge. And this is one of those different challenges. And then, look, the best part about it, T, if for some reason they go out there and Dotson's caught onto the playbook coming over from the Commanders and he's starting to cook a little bit, hey, let's go back to what we've done.
Yeah.
Let's go back to who we were, right? You have the option. You have the ability. And the Saints have that ability because they have got a lot of different pieces that are kind of unique pieces from the other guys that have been in there before. They don't have just one-size-fits-all kind of pieces. And so if you have that ability, you come up with a game plan for the Eagles. If they make you get out of it, you go back to who you are.
And one thing that could be a weapon here is that Saints offense. Ball control style, running the ball, keep the ball out of Hurts' hands, and if they can find the immediate success again and force Philly to play from behind, then obviously that's going to be maybe the biggest advantage that they could gain of all. All right, when we get back, some positive news on the injury front for the LSU Tigers ahead of UCLA. Keep it locked here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
Go to Pinnacle Exterior Construction, PECbuilt.com, PEC Built. Pinnacle.com. Pinnacle Exterior Constructions. We build the spaces, you build the memories, guys. Look at that. If you're listening on the radio, I apologize. You go to PECbuilt.com and the website is immediately going to blow you away. It's the quality of the work. The word I keep going back to is creativity, artisanship. It's not run-of-the-mill. It's special. So whether it's a pool, outdoor living area, kitchen, any size or type of fence, bulkhead, whatever, you want Pinnacle Exterior Construction.
Go to the website today, and like T said, you'll be blown away. And we want to remind you, commercial, residential, no matter what is, like obviously residential. I mean, you see it if you're watching it on YouTube, incredible backyard. But you can do it if you have any kind of project at your business as well. If you want artificial turf at your business, they can come in, they can do that. They can do it all, PECbuilt.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local.
Welcome back to more sports talk with some other stuff mixed in. Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Oh, welcome back. Off the Bench. Yeah. So, in some positive news for the LSU Tigers, Chris Hilton Jr. probable for Saturday. Let's go, dude. And when you think about this LSU offense this year, while Nuss did a good job last game, certainly in a couple of really big spots, I think he ended up with like 5 or 6 passes, maybe of like completions of like 11 yards or more.
It was all kind of later, yeah.
Yeah, so
they mentioned it, on the broadcast.
A pretty good finish, but for a while there, and even against USC, it has felt very lateral, very flanking, kind of extensions of the run games, and it's worked. But like ultimately, that's a little predictable, and you were already seeing South Carolina starting to play that stuff, and so you need to be able to threaten teams deep. And Aaron Anderson had the really nice catch down the sideline, which was great.
Yeah.
But nobody has the speed that Chris Hilton Jr. has. So you have it written here, Taylor, what impact will Chris Hilton have on the offense? Like, it is that simple. Take the top off. Take the top off and let Nuss do his best Derek Carr impression and just freaking launch it.
I agree with you. I mean, it is a part of the game that I don't want to say you haven't had, because I think there's some receivers that have the ability, but even like an Anderson and a Thomas, they are so quick and they look so much faster than they did a year ago, because Anderson's now Thomas, he was playing in a different school, but Anderson, he's just playing with more confidence, and so you can go full speed. And T-Bob, we both understand that. You think you're going full speed when you don't really know what's going on, and you're like 80% speed. He's a different gear, but even that, like sideline to sideline, those guys, that's where they're going to make their hay. North and south is where Chris Hilton makes his hay. I mean, we did an episode in the preseason where we were talking about, potentially him being like kind of the breakout star because he gave you something different that nobody else really had. And again, it's not that those other receivers can't go deep and beat guys, but
you said it, quickness.
Yes.
They have quickness. Hilton has top end speed. He's long. He chews up the yards with that stride.
Remember, I kind of compared it to when we had Benny Brazil in 2005. That was kind of my comp, because I think Benny had 300-something receiving yards, but all 300 or whatever it was were impactful.
Yeah.
And they were big plays. And, we had Dwayne Bowe. We had Buster Davis. We had Early Doucette. All those guys did great things, but nobody could run like Benny. I mean, Benny was an Olympian, right? And so we did a really nice job, and Jimbo did a nice job of always knowing when to take the shot to Benny Brazil. And that's what you have in Chris Hilton. He can go out there and you can place him in a spot where maybe you lull the defense to sleep on 3 or 4 plays when he's out there, and then all of a sudden here it comes. Here comes the shot, and he's so fast that it's my guy or incomplete.
Yeah. And I'll be interested to see too, Jake, does he factor in more in a down-to-down manner than the past as well? Because certainly that was my expectation for him coming into the season, right? He was clearly wide receiver 2. And with Brian Thomas and Malik Neighbors gone, and, just a lineage of wide receivers up to this point, that he would be the next guy to take that step forward where you prove that, okay, I've got more than this one dimension of game. Now, the one dimension is exactly what the offense needs. And it's one of those things where sometimes the context can make, like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Like, the context of this LSU's offense makes his deep threat ability more impactful than it would be in a vacuum, because they do everything else well in terms of throwing the ball. They do everything else well. Sidelines, over the middle, intermediate. All they're missing is that deep threat. So all of a sudden you're just complete. It's the final piece of the puzzle. But I do also want to see from Hilton Jr. how will you produce on a play-by-play basis? Are you going to be a true wide receiver 2 on this team? That's going to be fascinating to see.
All right, so let me lay out the plays that the receivers played a week ago against South Carolina, and maybe you tell me where you think it's going to come from as far as the playing time. C.J. Daniels played 74 snaps. You played 79 snaps in the game. C.J. Daniels played 74 of them. Kyron Lacy played 61. Aaron Anderson played 39. Xavier Thomas played 20. Shelton Sampson Jr. played 18, and Kyle Parker played 3. You had, Watkins only played 1. Nichols played 1. So, for the most part, it's going to be Shelton Sampson Jr. at 18 was your lowest.
So where did Hilton snaps come from?
Yeah.
I think right now, so you have 3 heavy usage receivers, right?
Yeah.
I think you just make that 4. And CJ and Aaron just give some snaps over to, and Thomas just give some snaps over to Hilton. Everything just kind of evens out a little bit more. But I think it just becomes kind of 4 main receivers that you're using instead of 3. Does he break into the top 3 snap count this first week? That's tougher to say because those guys have played well. I know they've been very impressed with how C.J. Daniels played, and obviously Aaron Anderson may be the breakout player of the team. And Kyron Lacey's like clearly wide receiver 1, right? Yeah. So that's not going anywhere. So I don't know if he breaks into the top 3, but I think he gets more snaps than like Sampson and Parker.
That's what I was about to
Right
say.
off the
So
bat.
I think you're really competing with Sampson and Parker and maybe Thomas. Now, Thomas is played well, and he gives you a different dynamic. He's run 2 counters already this year.
He looked great running the ball out of the backfield. I want to do more of that.
Yeah, he's done that twice, and so he's different. So when he's in, it's not going to be the same reps that Chris Hilton would have. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to line up in the same spot, so his snaps probably don't come from that. I would assume Shelton Sampson, like, he's an outside receiver, right? He is an X, and I'm sure Chris Hilton's going to get some of those reps, and probably, you know, I don't know that they'd want to play C.J. Daniels basically every snap of the game. He's been playing really well, and they love the dog that's in him, but if you want to give him a little bit of a breather, let's say it's 7 snaps from there.
You can now take a little off his plate to help him stay more rested, maybe be more impactful, even though he's been great.
But to your point, I'd also like to see more in the run game from Thomas. I mean, he's got the ability, and you can be very creative. Again, like motioning, running counter, you can still motion, run stretch lead. I think he's big enough and strong enough to run a zone.
He understands how to navigate traffic. Thomas is going to break one this year.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it is so clear. It is so incredibly clear he's going to break one on special teams this year. I just don't know exactly. Obviously, I don't know when it's going to come. And look, the chat saying that BK said that Hilton take a little bit to get a snap. Yeah, like they're not just going to be like, all right, you're going to go play a million snaps.
Go play 46 snaps.
No. So I think here early on, it will be more of the shot type of situations like Jake is talking about. But this is huge. This could be, like I said, this could be the final piece of the puzzle that takes this LSU offense to the next level. When we get back here on OTB, some news on Trey Holly breaking yesterday and his future with the LSU team. Keep it locked here on 104.5 ESPN.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. All-Star Toyota's off of Airline and Goodwood, guys. Very conveniently located. We got great deals on the 2025s going down right now. So, you can custom order online if you want, or you go see them in person and let them guide you to your next vehicle. Maybe you want a 25, luxury SUV like a Sequoia, a beautiful new minivan like the Sienna that I love so much. The minivan's so nice, I bought it twice. Or maybe you want to buy a Toyota certified used vehicle where you get a great price and you get still that Toyota certified warranty coverage. Either way, the answer for you is always All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge.
Yeah, go to the website today. You'll check out what you can buy new, and everything's available, obviously. Leasing, though, and in the rental department, everything is available. You just won't find that anywhere else. Certainly, you won't find that in the rental department. If you're going to watch the Tigers play this fall or you're going on a trip anywhere, go ahead and rent that Toyota today. So many different options to choose from. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Atmos Energy, our Smart Choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Wait, what'd you say? I missed it.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It was good. Have you ever thought about being... Nope, I can't say yet. It's not 8 o'clock yet. We're going to wait. Not 9 o'clock yet.
10 more minutes, T.
No, I'm going to wait till 9 for that one. I was going to make a 9 o'clock joke.
Oh, my gosh. Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm glad you make that at 7:50.
Yeah, so
All
I'm
right.
realizing a bunch of high school kids actually listen to this.
Well, I don't care about... I mean, look, to be clear, parents...
High school girls.
You may be upset, but like I don't care about high school kids listening to this. High school kids are engaging with infinitely worse content than the juvenile
hallway,
humor
even
we're
the
making on
freshmen.
OTB. I feel bad sometimes about the junior high kids, stuff like that. That's maybe the ones that I want to that I wouldn't mind being sheltered for maybe a little bit longer. If you're in high school, I mean, Alondra, what were you doing in high school? Come on now.
Bro, those
I know what
kids
I
are
was doing
saying-
in high school, and it was nothing good.
Those kids are saying worse in between classes in the
Yes.
hallway. You're good. Dude.
I remember in second grade getting in trouble.
Okay.
I was in the Bad Boys Club, but all the Bad Boys Club was just saying a bunch of curse words. And
it's like that video you sent me one time, where like in the 50s. The guys-
yeah. It's like, "Well, we smoke cigarettes and say crap or something like that. Yeah,
We
that guy's
use curse
hilarious,
words.
dude. Yeah, Kyle, whatever.
That was a bad boy back in the 50s.
Yeah, it was. And you get points for getting like a pink slip.
Yeah.
Demerit or whatever.
Yeah, detention was like a badge of honor back then.
Yes. Yeah. In the Bad Boys Club it was, guys. But not everybody. Taylor would not have been in the Bad Boys Club. Freaking nerd.
No.
Eagle Scout.
Yeah, for sure.
Taylor,
Eagle
were you
Scout.
ever you have Eagle Scout vibes.
Were
you ever a
major
big time Boy
Eagle
Scout guy?
vibes, which is
I
fine.
never- Look,
but you
again,
do.
I don't want to put down anybody. I never considered it, bud.
Okay, whatever.
Hell yeah, hit me with the bud.
Never
Let's go,
even
dude.
Hit you with the Greg McElroy
Let's
bud.
go, dude.
Again,
Hell
if
yeah.
you're an Eagle Scout and all that, more power to you. They
Yeah.
would show up to our
No,
school,
to be
and I
clear.
was like, I ain't wearing that.
To be clear, being an Eagle
Wait,
Scout.
don't they wear a bolo tie?
I love that fashion was what drew the line for you. But Eagle Scouts are awesome and have infinitely more applicable life skills than I have.
for sure. Just wasn't for me.
Yeah, not for me either. Okay, bit of serious news here, so gonna just awkwardly transition. Trey Holly's court date was supposed to be yesterday. The prosecution brought forth new evidence, body cam footage, which the defense will now review. Also, the victim, Keisha Cornett, spoke out. Keisha was seriously injured in this shooting. She attended the court hearing saying, quote, "I got shot twice in my back. I got grazed on the side of my chest and hit in my lungs." She expressed her desire for justice. "I want him to get punished because I don't deserve this. I'm an innocent person. Thank God that I'm here and I'm still living." So the new trial date is going to be December 18th. Remember, Trey Holly was suspended from the team indefinitely, initially charged with attempted murder. The jury dismissed the attempted murder count. He still faces charges of illegal use of a weapon and aggravated criminal damage to property. I cannot pretend to know the details of this or how it's going to play out. These are the facts as they stand today. Not that this feels like it matters after you read something that intense, but he's not going to play this season for the LSU Tigers. So whatever. That's just really just bad all around. You got to be smarter. You got to be smarter in multiple different ways. And thank God that Keisha's still with us. But that's the news. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to report on it. Done. Yeah.
You said December, right? Yeah.
December 18th. No.
Right.
No. I need an off-ramp, guys. Who has an off-ramp for me here? Here we go. Taysom Hill returned to practice. So there you go. Good news in terms of his availability for Sunday. And the NFL fined Derek Carr $14,000 for doing his Michael Jackson nut rap.
After the NFL put it out on social media, like highlighting
but they've done that like all the time,
in
right?
the celebration. Yeah, but hey, you can't fine me 14 G's if you highlight the play and the dance.
Any programmatic revenue created off of that post should also go to the same charity that NFL fines go to.
Also, what random ass person decided that it was going to be 14, not 10 or 15?
Well, they come up through
14,000.
All that's
Roger.
It's all part of the CBA, like you collective bargaining, the fine
if you
list
grab your nuts in a Michael Jackson dance, it's $14,000. It's written in the CBA.
Yeah,
I should read it more. That's on me.
But like, what are we doing? Like, I wish y'all could be on the other end of these phone calls whenever we get fined and we're talking with the person who is actually going to decide if you still get fined, if they cut it in half, if they give you a discount, basically. Like, it is some of the dumbest conversations that you will ever have to sit through, like in the reasoning that they have. Like, I got fined 5 G's one time for a face mask that didn't even get called in the game. It was like an ISO run tee, and I'm blocking. At the very end, my hand kind of goes up and grazes the face mask against the Seahawks. $5,000.
That's insane.
Didn't even get called in the game.
Also, Derek Carr, grab your nuts again Sunday.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
We'll pass the hat.
Let's go. Well, no, I won't.
Off the bench.
I won't do that. He makes a lot of money. But I'm saying just do it. You've made so much money. You're fine. Just do it. Be a man.
He won't miss $14,000. I would have missed $14,000.
Yes. Yeah. But your contract is not his contract.
That's right.
That's a great part about AccuTemp, though. Everybody gets treated the same. Every single customer at AccuTemp gets that service to the highest degree. Whether it's AC, heating, electrical service, you want to explore a whole home generator for storm season, act now, guys. Who knows if there's more storms on the way or not this year. Bottom line is you get that generator, you're going to be good to go, whenever. And they come out for your estimate, let you know exactly how it's going to work. But again, the service to the highest degree, the customer service, go look at the online reviews, AccuTemp Baton Rouge, AccuTempBR.com. They're always there for you.
They are. The internet hates everything, and they love AccuTemp because you can't deny the quality service that you're going to get from AccuTemp. They're going to come in. They're going to do exactly what you need to have done to your AC unit. Go to the website today. Schedule that appointment, AccuTempBR.com.
Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has back-to-school savings like $16,000 off 25 Ram 1500 trucks. We're open for business in our beautiful new showroom and taking $16,000 off. All new Bayou vehicles come with a complimentary extended warranty. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
Good morning. It's 8 a.m. here on Friday, September 20th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect sunny skies with a high of 93. In hour 2 of today's show, we'll give our final predictions for both LSU-UCLA and Saints versus Eagles. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN and watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Hey, they said I got to come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Welcome back, OTB. Hour 2. Here on OTB, Team Up Jake Alondra and Taylor hanging out with you. We're picking some games for LouisianaSports.net for the weekend. I think right now, pretty much everybody's tied on the picks thus far. These are not a good spread. They're just straight up. Even though this week, like last week, was that was a pretty easy slate.
Yeah, it was.
Not a lot of not spread wise, but just like picking winners.
We had a lot of 5-0s, 4-1s.
Yeah, it was exactly right. It was an easy week. But this week's a little tougher, man. We're picking Florida, Mississippi State, Arkansas at Auburn, UCLA at LSU, which that one is easy. LSU must smash, not even close. Don't even think about it. Again, I would bet LSU to cover the big number. I don't bet on LSU, but I would. Utah at Oklahoma State, and then Tennessee at OU.
So if we're looking at the ESPN matchup predictor in the Florida-Mississippi State game, Florida 52.8 to 47.2. Florida opened up as a 5.5-point favorite. That is now up to 6. I've been burned by Florida twice already.
Wait, hold on. Sorry. I got distracted by a message from my wife. What happened?
Florida in the matchup predictor is the favorite on ESPN. They're a 6-point favorite, opened up at 5.5. It's on the road. Look, Toledo, who's a good team. I promise I'm not throwing shade. Toledo is good. But they went in there and beat up Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Was it 41-17?
Yeah, it was bad.
Yeah. But Florida did not look great at home against Texas A&M and a backup quarterback. So this is a game that only friends and family are going to watch.
Yeah.
But we do have to pick a winner.
I mean, I kind of want to watch this just for the sicko factor.
I mean, it's college football sicko 101 if you're watching this one. You might have to keep your eyes open with your hand just to make sure.
So I'm taking a shot here. I want to get a game back. I'm a game back from Hunt, I believe still. Right. So yeah, I'm gonna go because I doubt he'll do. I'm gonna go Mississippi State. They're at home. I do believe in Jeff Lebby. I think it's a bounce back spot, but more than anything, I think Florida is just done. Trey Wilson's hurt now.
Yeah, he was out last week too.
And now it's like with other injuries, you're playing walk-ons and freshmen in his stead. You have a bye week coming up if you're Florida. They've so clearly given up. Like, you're going to go into Starkville, you're going to lose to a bad Mississippi State, and Billy Napier will.
If he loses
be the
here,
end of
yeah.
the Napier tenure during that bye week.
Do we all
or
agree?
something.
If he loses to Mississippi State, a team that just lost to Toledo, he's done, right?
Yeah,
He's
and
cooked.
the bye week coming up.
Yeah.
Like, that's a perfect time to do it. Get the new coach in there.
You know what we're not
interim.
talking about? This is the Dan Mullen Bowl. How about Mullen posted on Instagram and Twitter, really looking forward to this game?
He's calling the game. I
Oh,
believe.
is he really?
I believe he's calling the
let's
game.
go,
I think,
dude. I mean, of course, you should.
I think
Like,
he's calling that game.
If you're going to produce me a football should ban too high safety segment, if you're going to give me something that dumb, give me something as smart as Dan Mullen being able to call a game between his two former schools.
Did you also see the podcast that he went on where he said, look, when I got fired, I told Scott Strickland to hire Lane Kiffin.
Oh, no way.
He said, the day I got fired, I told him, hire Lane Kiffin. And almost compared it to, like, Steve Spurrier energy, because Lane does have that.
I talked to, on Snaps yesterday, we sat down with Matt Barkley for like 30 minutes. How's that? A little blast from the past.
Your quarterback?
Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't thought about him in a
I know.
long time.
You know, he ended up making it 11 years in the league. Isn't that crazy?
Don't back
I know
up.
you hate backup
Back up,
quarterbacks, but
just-
whatever. But the
Probably
point
played
is,
11 games, too.
I was asking him about
Or-
playing for Lane Kiffin, and he said he has never had a coach that was so good at dialing up shots and setting up big plays with the rhythm of other plays and attacking a specific weak player on defense, and just said he's an absolute psychopath when it comes to that. So, yeah, man, there's a lot of schools that wishes they maybe would have hired Lane Kiffin when they had the opportunity.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you're exactly right. I think some people were shying away from it when it was the right move, and they just didn't take the chance, and now they're regretting that. 7 career starts for Matt Barkley.
Wait, what happened?
7 career starts for Matt
Hey,
Barkley.
but 11 years, dog. Let's go. So I'm going Mississippi State. I'm going to take a shot here.
Oh my gosh! Eventually, like, I've got to get one of these Florida picks right. Like, I'm like, show some pride. Like, my
dude,
God.
you got infected by the Chris Doering mind virus last week picking Florida.
Well,
also,
I just thought
we haven't talked about who's that?
A&M looked bad too against Notre Dame, and then Northern Illinois beat Notre Dame, and so I was letting that play into my mind too much.
Well, also, how could we have known that? Why am I blanking on his name? The A&M freshman quarterback that looked awesome, Marcel Reed. Marcel Reed looked really, really good.
Quick.
Like, get Wigman out of here.
Yeah,
roll with Reed, dude.
Yeah. Wigman's he's cooked a little bit.
I think so too.
He's very cooked.
Like, A&M needs to be careful with Bowling Green. All jokes aside. Like,
Really?
Well, I mean, look, Bazelak against Penn State.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's right. Yeah, duh. Yeah, they played really well.
22.5-point spread for A&M.
Yeah.
Big number. It's big number. It's not a game we're picking, but anyways, I don't know. I might be dumb again and pick Florida. We'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, this bad. Both of these teams are bad. I do like Blake Shapen, a quarterback for Mississippi State. He's actually looked like a good player. I just they can't run the ball. They don't have a game changer on defense right now. I don't know.
No, I mean, I don't think State is good.
Oh, I know.
I just think they're playing with the freedom of this year. 1 week doesn't have to really carry over into the next week.
That's
they don't
fair.
have the burden of expectation.
Yes.
Florida is toxic. It is a cesspool right now.
Yeah. Maybe I ride with Blake Shapen 3-1 great. Maybe I do it.
Damn it. Hunt picked Mississippi State too.
I'm going Florida. Got to make up some ground.
Yeah, you got to get that game back.
I got to get the game back somehow.
Arkansas at Auburn. This feels like a potentially dumb pick, but I'm embracing the hog. Give me Sammy P, Bobby P, and Taylon Green to go into Jordan Hare and just completely just break Auburn's Auburn's fans' last shred of mental stability.
Arkansas has the leading passer, leading rusher, and leading receiver in this game. Nobody on Auburn has numbers like some of the Arkansas players do. I think offensively they are going to have a lot of success in Jordan Hare. I saw Cal go in there and punch Auburn right in the mouth. Auburn did not punch back. Arkansas, in their loss, was on the road against a damn good Oklahoma State team, and they lost in double overtime and probably should not have lost.
Yeah. No. I mean definitely should not have lost. There was a masterclass of errors.
Even in overtime, they had the running back on a wheel route and just missed him.
Yeah, it was one of the only bad throws. I mean, that game was crazy. There was even Taylor Green had one of the most incredible plays I've ever seen in my life. Put it on his receiver's hands in the end zone. He drops it. Next play is a pick six. Like there were a million different breaks that went again, and that was on the road.
Yep.
So I like Arkansas going into Jordan Hare and coming out with a surprising win.
Yeah, I do too. I know that Auburn right now is a small favorite in this one, but Auburn has no juice. They made a change of quarterback. It looks like it could be better, but I don't think you have the weapons right now.
Oh, they did change quarterback after all this? Wow.
Yes. I know, right?
After a whole offseason of committing to Peyton Thorne.
After a whole offseason of we're not in the portal, we're not going to make moves, they make a move.
I can promise you the package won't be that big. Awful quote by Hugh Freeze to have out there. Just an awful quote. UCLA at LSU. I mean, this is so clearly LSU, guys. UCLA is really bad. Really bad. LSU should dominate this game start to finish.
As T-Bob often says, hot garbage.
Yeah. Yeah, I do say that a lot. Utah at Oklahoma State. A battle for really probably Kansas State, I would say, is my Big 12 favorite overall, with these two teams being right behind them. I'm not going to overthink this. Cam Rising, I believe, is going to play. I'm going to go Utah to beat Oklahoma State.
I'm going to go a little reverse psychology, I think, in this one. I love Utah. I picked Utah to win the Big 12. They're one of my favorite teams across the country. Cam Rising is back-to-back years QB1 on the all-Meathead team. But him not playing last week, reports are he's coming back this week, but it being in Stillwater, I think Oklahoma State is going to be victorious in this one.
I wonder if they can get Ollie Gordon going. You know, that's the big question with Oklahoma State. So much he just hasn't done anything thus far.
No.
And it's different than the beginning of last year where he didn't do anything, because he didn't do anything in the beginning of last year because they weren't giving him the ball. Now they're giving the ball. It's just not working. And Alan Bowman's been the guy having to step up. But I think Utah's defense is going to hold serve here. Okay, so you're at Oklahoma State. And then Tennessee OU. I like Tennessee to cover. This is going to be one of my gambling plays this weekend. I really like Oklahoma's defense, top to bottom. But their offensive line is decimated. Yeah, Stutzman, which, sheesh.
He was the meathead of the week 3 of college football.
Yeah, give me Tennessee here. Give me Tennessee here.
Yeah, I mean, how could we go against Tennessee right now? They are running the football at will. And if Oklahoma tries to stop it, we know what they can do through the air as well.
I mean, that's got to be the game plan for Oklahoma, though, right? Sell out to as much as you can against Tennessee, since they spread you out and make you clear and all that.
You got to try to make Nico beat you through the air. He's got to show that he can be a first-year starter that goes into a crazy environment, the craziest one that he's ever been in his life on the field. First SEC game, Josh Heupel situation, all of that. Yeah, you've got to be the one that beats me. It's not going to be Sampson in the run game. You got to be the guy that goes out there and gets it done. And then on the other side of it, they have to take the governor off Jackson Arnold. Like, you can't play a young quarterback with a governor anymore. You have to just let him rip.
Good luck against this D-line, man. This D-line is going to decimate Oklahoma. I mean, you still have to. I know what
Oklahoma's O-line's not great.
They have their third-string center.
Tennessee. All right, Tennessee's a lot of potential. Now, we mentioned they only have 4 sacks on the year.
I don't care about the sack numbers. I'm talking about from watching him.
Right, but they still haven't gotten home a ton. You have to try to have the same situation where you just give Jackson Arnold long enough to get rid of the football, because they are going to have to hit explosives in this game. They can't play the same rock fight that they did against Houston and Tulane. They can't do that. If they do, it's going to be 41-10 before you blink.
They're running the mess out of Jackson Arnold too.
I know,
which worries me. because it's like one of the few things that they're finding success with. And how many hits? He's a big guy, but how many hits can Arnold take? So yeah, give me DeVos. All right, there it is. Some predictions. Coming up next, let's go inside the trenches with our guy Big Faye.
Hello.
We're bringing that back on Fridays. Bad show production by me that we haven't been doing up to this point, but we're pumped to have Big Faye back. Coming up next here on OTB.
Off the bench.
Go to All-Star Toyota of Baton Rouge, allstartoyota of BatonRouge.com, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com. Look, All-Star, again, the 25s are here. We got great deals going down on the 25s. I know y'all be looking at that Tundra, that big old luxury truck, all the latest tech. Impress your friends with the size of your truck. That could be you. There's 2.99 APR financing for 72 months. Back now. And that's just one of many great deals going down to All-Star all the time. And if you need a body shop or a service center, all makes and models are welcome. All-Star Toyota Baton Rouge, Airline and Goodwood, All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
And when you go to the website, check out what they have available for you in the rental department. Something we talk about often here because it is per day rental prices. Everything is available. So if you need a truck for a couple of days, if you need a Sienna for multiple days because you've got a trip, like whatever it is, they've got you covered. Call Miss Lisa Sessions today. All-Star Toyota of BatonRouge.com.
Bayou Ford has the new inventory to get you in a new Ford truck or SUV today, or customize your next vehicle just the way you want it. All new Bayou Ford vehicles come with a 1 million mile powertrain warranty. The crew at Bayou Ford is going to do right by you.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets, from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology, from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The best.
For the radio. Hello, somebody.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I'ma be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. Hello, somebody. Yeah, I'ma move my body. Yeah, you gonna be somebody. You never know when you gonna need somebody. From LA to LA, they yelling hello, Faye. Big dog.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back. The dulcet tones of our guy Big Fave bringing you back. Hello, what's up, Fave?
Hello, somebody. What's up, T-Bob? What's up, Hess?
What's up, Fave? How we
Fave?
doing, bro? How's this Friday find you? What you got going on in the 504 today?
Man, it's all good, man. We got to go do our recording at WWL TV here, dropping a little Marlin off at school.
Hell yeah.
Man, we, just starting this Friday, baby. We got them Sissy Blues coming to town tomorrow.
And I would say this year, Fave, that Sissy Blue actually might be accurate because I do not think this is a good UCLA team. We'll get to UCLA, but this is, like I said, I dropped the ball. We're supposed to do this segment every week, every football season, because we rely on you to give us the D-line breakdown, and we haven't. And so this is our first time. So I want to ask you, through 3 weeks of this season now, what is your opinion out of, like, how would you grade, what's your opinion out of what you're seeing out of the D-line thus far?
I mean, fellas, you would want to see Big Tank Guillory stay healthy.
Yeah.
Kid really made a 180 right. Was that anchor in the middle of that D-line, which we needed. But to be honest with you guys, I didn't have high expectations. I did know that these guys were going to be coached a little better, just given the fact that, Coach Bo Davis is back, Coach People, these guys know what they're doing. But you got personnel issues. You don't know if you got to play some young guys too early. This is an area that we hadn't had a chance to really blossom in over the last few years. But I think overall they've made an improvement from last season for sure.
So that's what I was going to ask. Like, I know that the results haven't necessarily been the best as of yet, but when I watch, especially the interior, I think the edge is pretty good. But, Swinton went off last game. And really there's a few guys that are playing well at the edge. But when you look at the interior, limited, but I do feel like they are playing with much better technique than last year. Do you agree or disagree?
I agree. And all the big plays that's been happening on the D-line, that was coaching, right? Like, if you go back to the Nicholls State game and they motion their fullback, Hester could appreciate this, they motion their fullback out to the V, right? So we had to go with him, middle of the D-line wide open.
Yeah.
We got to make that adjustment, whether it's a spike call or I know a lot of times me and Glenn, we had designated gaps. So, of course, big old Putt always 3-tech. He the one in the best position. They be like, all right, Fade, you go to the nose.
Yeah.
So if anything happened in that A gap, that's on me. Hester, you remember? No, T-Bob, you was a freshman. You remember this too. Remember when Kentucky scored on us right up the middle, the triple overtime game?
Yeah.
That was on Glenn.
Oh, wow. You're just throwing Glenn under the bus.
Damn.
I hope you're listening. Because, look, on that particular play, I had the B gap. I had the two-way go. Glenn had the A gap. Right? See how that goes? Now, of course, I got fucked at because I'm normally there. But those are the things that, as coaching continues to go, guys, then we'll see more improvement on that D-line, even with the youngsters.
Man, Fave holding a grudge.
He's got that CDL.
20 years later.
You got that CDL. Oh, God, 20 years. Almost.
Not the bus. I ain't throwing this butt under the bus, huh?
Fave, you talk to a lot of these guys still, and you work with a lot of these guys. Where do you have any insight as to maybe where the kind of confidence level of the defense is right now?
Well, I talked to Coach Bo a few weeks ago. They had the alumni practice we went to. I think the confidence level is right in the middle, right? Because you have such a confident coach, right? But, my bro, he a baby. He's still wet behind the ears, but he's a guy that we have to play because out of all the babies, he has the most, what's the word I'm looking for? He has the most
potential.
Confidence.
He's got good hands, Fave. He's got good hands. Like, he's a little undersized right now, but, like, I liked how he was locking out against those South Carolina O-linemen.
Oh, yeah. And that's the whole thing, guys. Week by week, we're starting to see this team get better. Now, I'm going to keep it $1. We all on defense and O-line look soft. Soft as heck that first half of the game.
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure that was something that was addressed in the practice. But that's the only thing, really, guys across the line. It's like guys are playing timid. Y'all know the old saying that you mess up at 100, and then go again on the correction. It seems like you got guys out there thinking, they don't want to mess up. And I know a lot of that has to do with, the reputation of this D-line over the last 2 years.
I mean, Faye, they're running a lot of different bodies in there. I mean, I said on the broadcast, it looks like a fire drill sometimes. I mean, it's just two new ones. It feels like every 3 plays. Is that what you expect to see them continue to do all season long just because they don't have 2 guys right now? I'm talking about interior defensive linemen that are going to take over a game. Do you expect to see up to like 6 guys rotate in there?
I do have to. I really do, just because when you don't have a lot of experience or fully developed dogs, I'm not going to say none of these kids ain't going to be dogs down the line. You got to keep fresh legs in there, Because you know how that brain gets. Well, not so much for us because we come from a different cloth. They don't even make that material no more. But you know how that brain gets when you're tired, right? Oh, you start taking this play off. You might see when it gets to that, you already don't have break technique up front. You already don't have guys that's developed up front. So if they get tired, we're really going to get ran over. So, I think just for the D-line in particular, for the next 2 weeks, let's get these guys, they're a little wet behind the ears. Let's get a little cloth, take a little wetness from behind the ears, make these corrections the next 2 weeks. Take your bye week and old lane coming to town. So, we want to have those guys prepared as much as we can by then.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be a massive test. But you have 3 weeks. You got this game. You got USA. You got a bye week to try to get ready for that. Let's flip it to the other side of the ball. We're talking to Big Fave at Big Fave 504, a true Renaissance man of entertainment, music, sports, everything, television. Fave, when you look at the LSU offensive line, they remain elite pass blockers. But in the run game, my biggest issue thus far is at the point of attack. It's kind of like we were talking about the NFL right now and how the Saints are making so much hay going back to bigger personnel groupings, running the ball. And it's because you've had an entire generation of defenders that have grown up defending the pass. Well, in the same way, I feel like you have a generation of O-linemen that have grown up pass blocking and haven't really, fired off their entire lives in the way that we used to in the past. What's your evaluation of that LSU offensive line and how they've done so far?
Well, I'm going to keep it 100. The first, that USC game, even in that Nickel State game, I felt like they were soft as cotton. Mm-hmm. They really was. And my thought process was, boy, Jaden Daniels did a really good job at hiding these guys with his mobile ability.
Yeah.
Because Will Campbell, Emory Jones, them boys are excellent pass pro blockers. Yeah. That's, like you said, to the nature of what T-Bob said. We've been in this shotgun finessing people the past 2 years, so we had the best finesser the world could ask for in Jaden Daniels. So now you have more of a pro-style quarterback in Nuss. Nuss is more of those guys who sit in the pocket, let his routes develop. He does a good job at rolling out, especially to his left and throwing a nice dart with the right hand. I noticed that a few spring games ago about him. And those guys, and we're asked to run. And then here's another thing. I love Josh Williams. I really do. I think he's a great kid, but he's not RB1. Mm. And I think if we get to that Hester time, right, we had Hester getting in there, getting reps. But Hester didn't take every rep. You understand? We had Charles Scott getting in there. We had Keelan Williams getting in the rotation. And all of y'all, Hester, did a really good job at getting first downs, making big plays down the field, making guys miss. Well, Hester, you were just running people over with the big Mickey Mouse hands and strong arms.
He does have Mickey Mouse hands. Oh my God.
Hester lost buku weight, but he still got that big Mickey Mouse hand. Boy, that
oh my God, you do. You got cartoon proportions.
But he in shape, though. Let me stop eating them kale salads. I can't talk about them. But I appreciated that. Hester, I knew 4th and 1, you're going to get it. And here's the thing. Josh Williams, number 18, he's a dog at running, bro. He's doing those good things, but he's not electrifying. as 29.
Yeah.
You know, as 8. So I think once we go running back by committee, you go ahead, got to give it to 29, bro. That's R&B 1. We got to roll with it like that, fella.
Yeah, we talked about that the other day, Fave. It's like, look, you can have an RB1 and still be a running back by committee, and that was the example that I used in 07 where I got the most carries, but you had Charles Keelan, Trendon, Richard, even a young Ridley, you know, was in kind of some of that rotation. And so when you have that, you know, ability to roll multiple running backs, that's okay. And it's also okay to say, you know, look, Caden Durham's our guy. He's our starter. And then, look, Josh Williams and Caleb Jackson and Juwan Johnson, like all these guys are going to get their reps. I think that's on the coaching staff, Fave, to make sure you don't fall into tendencies, because in the South Carolina game, it was some of that was starting to show, right? It's like, okay, if this guy's in the game, it's going to be this. If that guy, and at the end of the game, they kind of switched it up. But that's the thing you have to worry about with the running back by committee. When they're in there, it can't just be one thing.
100%. Like, at some point, Josh Williams is in there. It's 3rd and 2. They about to hand him the ball. Like, we have, like, to your point, we have to get creative in those areas.
And credit to him, last week I thought a pretty creative call was at the end. It's 3rd and 6. They put Williams in and they run the ball.
Yeah.
You know, they make everybody think pass, they run the ball. They set up a 4th and 3 that they end up converting to win the game. But what about your partner in crime, one of my favorite teammates ever, Brandon Taylor? What's his opinions? Because, I mean, look, that was one of the great LSU safeties. And right now, while I'm impressed with the fact there's been no real coverage busts, like, yeah, you've lost one-on-one battles. That is what it is. But there haven't been, like, flat-out busts too many of the time. What is BT saying about the safety play specifically?
He likes it. I mean, guys, let's be honest. All of us kind of went into the last 2 seasons like, man, these are some young guys, you know, Ashley Stamps and all. But I've been listening to BT even last year. He's like, man, the second, like in the Alabama game, I thought that secondary held their ground. You know, he likes to play those guys. Boy, he was excited when they moved Sage Ryan back to safety.
Yeah.
You know, getting Zay Alexander back, you see the difference. So, you know, BT, he's been really, you know, he's going to be candid in what he says. But, boy, his biggest thing out of everything else, how soft we were playing, that was getting him mad, brother. Popeye arm starting to, the little LSU shirt started to stretch on the arm part and all that. He was just getting mad, hitting the table, about to break stuff at the Krishada. But he does appreciate, to be real, okay, you look at Harold Perkins, the Weeks brothers. I mean, that secondary, we know they coach well, right? C. Raymond the best to do it. But it's like they're confident. Like that one play Ashton Stamps made in the USC game, that was a touchdown.
Yeah.
The kid finished.
Yeah.
He finished, man. Yeah. I seen him make plays like that with Robbie Green and them going against Justin Jefferson. So I knew that eventually he was going to come around and be fine. You get Zay Alexander back. So, I mean, the secondary, man, BT, he almost have no complaints because there's no major big plays being put on the secondary. They've been holding it down.
To me, it's just the run fits from the safeties have been the biggest weakness right now, and it's tough for them sometimes because with kind of some of the D-line struggles, it's like, you know, like the linebackers are sometimes having to fight against an O-line that's getting pretty good releases on them, and it's somewhat the same for the safeties as well. Fave, what happens tomorrow?
Tomorrow we win handsomely. I do think if we don't go out there, if they score 20 points, we got a problem. We have a serious problem. I'm just being real. They don't need.
I agree.
Yeah, we got a problem. But I think we go out there and handle business. That team that went out there second half South Carolina, oh yeah, we put up a 50 burger. You know, everybody do their little thing on their parlays. You know, rolling with LSU, you'll be all right. I mean, but again, if we get caught in our head and we start having remnants of a little bit of South Carolina game, I know first half of Nickel State, there'll be a problem, man. So it's an early kickoff, and Sissy Blues should be shining great in that beautiful Baton Rouge weather. I look forward to seeing their their uni's dope, y'all. Sidebar, UCLA got a uniform.
Great uni matchup, although, again, I know it was hot in California at the beginning of this month, but it's been pretty cool last couple of weeks. I think they're going to be like, what the hell are we doing out here when it's humid and it's 94 and that sun's beating down on that sideline? I'm going to be interested to see how they respond. Catch Big Faye, Brandon Taylor, and Hunt Palmer on all your pregame, postgame, the LSU Sports Radio Network. They're the best. Check out Inside the Trenches. And, Fabe, what else should people go check out?
Man, that new Lover album. I dropped my second
Yeah.
solo album, Lover. Yeah, got that boy Cupid Shuffle on there. You know what I'm saying? We rolling.
Hell yeah,
I gotta
Fabe.
get that Hester. I gotta get that Hester T-Bob feature, man. Y'all gotta do one of my skits or something. What we got going on?
Put me on a song, Fabe. Put me in
Thank
and
you.
let me spin.
Thank you. and I catch you on the show Monday, bro. I gotta get you on Inside the Trenches Monday night at Small Sliders, Morel Road.
Yes, sir. Big Fave at Big Fave 504. Take it easy, Fave.
All right, take care, fellas.
All right. Hello.
Hello,
Big Fave,
somebody.
The man. Check out the new album. Go get it. It's on iTunes, everything else. All right. When we get back, let's go ahead and we'll give our final Saints UCLA predictions and a lot more fun to be had here on this Friday. More Off the Bench coming up next.
Off the bench.
Go to centralplumbing.org, centralplumbing.org, 925-8552, 925-8552. You go to centralplumbing.org today, guys. Look, 50 years of experience, flat rate pricing, great warranty once the work is done, licensed, bond, insured employees. They send you information ahead of time about who's coming into your home, commercial, residential, any plumbing problems. They've seen it all over half a century. They can fix it all in over half a century. Okay, so do the thing that people in this town have been doing for 50 years. Going to centralplumbing.org for all your plumbing problems, centralplumbing.org.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see the 24/7 emergency service number that T-Bob gave you. That means 365. That means weekend, holiday, game day. Doesn't matter. They'll be there in that emergency. But also check out what they can do for you in the remodel game on the homepage. Click on bathroom remodel. That's at your home. That's at your business. Whatever you might need to have done. They have the fleet ready to go. Go to the website today, centralplumbing.org.
It's an everyday thing here. We work horses in the mornings and we work on the property during the day, and without these John Deere tractors, it'd almost be impossible to keep up with the place. I've dealt with some of the other colors and stuff, and I never really got the response back that I get from John Deere, We really enjoy dealing with Sunshine. They're good people. They always check on us and make sure our equipment's running, and we love them. Flip the switch and learn more about what it means to be powered by Sunshine at sunequip.com.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, hardy plank, and vinyl siding. But our #1 product is always customer.
It's tearing up my heart when I'm with you, but when we are apart, I feel it too. And no matter what.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Okay.
How do I still know every word to this song?
I was like, all the things that I can't remember in life, and I've got every word of this one.
If you want me, girl, let me know. I am down on my knees. It's the Will Levis song. With or without you.
Yeah.
Welcome back. OTB. LSU. How do we feel about the jersey combos? What is it, gold, purple, gold? I mean, obviously all helmets, but then what, purple jerseys, gold pants?
Yeah.
Okay, hell yeah.
What we used to always wear in any non-conference home game that we had.
Yeah, that you knew you were going to win.
Yeah, that's true because we wore our normal gold, white, gold.
There's some, I can't remember the exact.
Arizona, I think we did.
I can't remember the exact origins of it, but I think in there a season where maybe LSU tried wearing purple at home and like the season went awry, and ever since then it's been kind of like
it was a superstition thing that they play better in whites. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you generally save this for teams that you like know you're going to beat that are out of conference.
So let me
that's UCLA.
see. I did get some information from G yesterday. Greg Stringfellow. He was mentioning that UCLA played a big role in LSU wearing white jerseys at home. The NCAA jersey rule was created due to UCLA wearing blue home and away. And so that was the rule that LSU kind of had to fight against to wear white at home.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is
another, yeah. Well,
another
revenge
angle.
because they beat you up last time you played them, but also, yeah. I'm trying to think what year they did wear purple at home, though. You're right. There was something to that.
I think it was a long time ago. I don't remember when exactly, though. I do remember that I love the Queen of Baton Rouge, guys, and it is your home for football this football season. We'll be in there Monday night for Commies, Bengals, a couple of Heisman winners chopping it up, and Jaden Daniels and Joe Burrow. You want to come watch with us, bet with us, ride with us with our parlay that we'll put together, see if we can get some money, man. It's all at the Queen. The DraftKings Sportsbook is absolutely fantastic. Been renovated top to bottom, guys. The 1717 restaurant and lounge is fantastic. Good food, good drinks, good vibes. Cash in, cash out. Go play the games. It is so much fun. A great environment to take in a day of football. And then you got great food options. You got Shack Big Chicken through Ognuta House, Capital Coffee. It's a great time, man. If you've not been to the Queen in a while, go check them out today. All right, final score predictions. LSU, I mean, I don't know. I'm at like 50 something to like 17. I think LSU covers the number here. I'm going LSU big.
I don't. The number's big. Sure, it could be a 28-point game, and UCLA scores a late touchdown. It could be 21. I don't really care about the spread, to be honest with you. I just want them to dominate.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the spread. I want to see them win not only their individual matchups, but I want to see them win their group matchups. What I mean by that is the D-line, if they're supposed to be in the A gap, they're there. If the linebacker's supposed to be in the B gap, he's there. If the safety is filling the C gap late, he's there.
Yeah.
That's what I need to see. I need to see a team effort, offense, defense, special teams. Again, sure, the score is important, but I don't even really necessarily care about that. I just want to see what it looks like with my eyes. I want to see you not only play great defense when your back's against the wall, which they did last week against South Carolina, sudden change. It was very impressive how they handled that.
Yes.
Don't have any of the big missed assignments in the run game. You've cleaned up the pass game, clean up the run game.
Yep.
And so, like, that's something I'm paying attention to. And then for the offense, continue to run the football, continue to feed Caden Durham, somebody that's shown you he can get more than the plays given to him. And if you do that, if you run the football, if you continue to make the plays that Nussmeier's made, and then defense, if you continue to not only show up when your back's against the wall, but show up every single play and not have a big-time bust like you've had in the first couple of games, that's what I'm kind of paying attention to.
Gulf South says, so Nichols is more of a fight than UCLA. Look, I think a lot of Nichols is you're just not as locked in. You're coming off a very disappointing loss. Like, you should be, and you improve. You improve week to week. Like, one thing that teams have done in Kelly's tenure is get better as the season goes on. So, yeah, for a variety of factors, I think you play this team better, actually, than you played Nichols in a lot of ways. I kind of agree with Fave's assertion that I don't want to see them get 20. I don't think this UCLA team should score 20 here. Going to Sunday, Saints-Eagles, I'm going to give myself over. And I'm going to go extra cocky here. And I'm going to say the Saints win 31-20. I think that, again, the Eagles have a bad rush defense. The Saints seem very ready-made to exploit it. As we touched on to open the show, I am worried about Jalen Hurts' ability to run the ball. The Saints have not been good against running quarterbacks, but I'm also have some pretty deep trust in D.A., Demario Davis, and Tyrann Mathieu, and the entire defensive squad right now. So, and you're at home. And the Superdome is going to be absolutely insane. The only thing that gives me a bit of pause, Jake, is now with 2 weeks, these are NFL coordinators now that have, like, you were catching teams by surprise with these personnel packages and everything else that you're doing. So they're going to have something to try to counterpunch you, and Kubiak's going to have to counter the counter. But I'm going Saints here, 31-20.
Yeah, I mean, certainly they have film on you now. They're going to be able to make those adjustments that you're talking about. But also they did know what the coaching tree of a Shanahan team kind of looks like. And, okay, so you're not going to catch them on the things that we're talking about. But they had an idea. I also want to give the Saints credit that they've gone out there and they've executed no matter what the situation has been, right? Mm-hmm. Because teams had a book from week 1 to week 2. Didn't matter. They had a book really going into week 1 of probably what Kubiak was going to run there. So, I think they continue to evolve. I think being back at home with the Superdome, fully throated, because this fan base didn't really know what to expect, let's be honest, from the Saints team. No. And now they're getting the ultimate peak. So the Superdome, when it's at its ultimate peak, is one of the best, if not the best, venues in the NFL. That's what Philly is going to see this weekend. I like the Saints. I think they continue to rack up the points. I like them 28-24.
And remember, like, what are the Saints, like 7-1 in their last 8? The Eagles are like 2-11 or whatever. Like, no, come on. Who dat, baby? Who dat? All right, when we get back, let's close up hour 2 of OTB.
Off the bench.
Hey, guys, you just got engaged, fellas. Congratulations to you, okay? A great way to get ahead of the chains, get some brownie points early on, is to show your fiance that you give a damn and you want to be involved. And so why don't you go to oakparkevents.com. That's oakparkevents.com. Got a couple of great venues with Oak Lodge and Park 73 that you can go check out. Book a consultation today, and you and the future missus get out there and see what they can do for you. Look at Oak Park. We've done thousands of weddings through the years. The wedding venues offer a variety of reception halls, right? So no matter how big your size is, a full line of catering services, but based like on whatever type of food you want. Award-winning chefs. Planning, coordinating, smooth and easy. And all the packages include tables, chairs, customized linen, floral arrangements, anything, everything. Turnkey service over there at Oak Park. So, corporate events, weddings, any of it, oakparkevents.com.
There it is, the extra mile. on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial property. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local.
Welcome back to the best morning sports show around. Sorta. It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
I don't like it. Doesn't come across what she's meaning there. Don't like it.
Taylor, did you write that?
Yeah, I thought it was good.
That's terrible.
Now, did I think it was going to be read as sarcastic as that? No, I didn't.
No, like you can't say best like around and be like sorta. We gotta change that.
I think it's this one that does it for me. Hang on.
How quickly will this segment leave the rails? It's Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Leave the rails. She really got marbly in that one.
Little Lynn Rollins.
That one gets
Yeah, she did go to
that
Lynn.
was
She
that
dips
was
into
your
Lynn
Lynn
territory.
Rollins.
Yeah,
yes.
she dips into Lynn territory.
Ooh.
What did he say last year? Skirting around the bases. Quicker than ice on a hot skillet. I mean, it's fantastic.
Bama Gump inside the chat wants to know if
What?
I'll be on the. He's always in Jay's.
I know.
He's friendly, very friendly. Wants to know if I'm calling the game tomorrow. I am calling the game tomorrow. I will not be on the South Alabama call because I'll be. I'm covering Georgia at Alabama for SiriusXM, and then I'm trying to think what the next few weeks look like. I think I'm missing maybe the Ole Miss game because I'm covering Texas, Oklahoma, and Dallas. We'll see what time that kickoff is. Maybe I can find a way to get back, but I should be on every other call outside of that one. There was a situation, LSU Vanderbilt, that I got asked to do Alabama, Oklahoma, but I think I'm choosing LSU Vanderbilt.
Shout out to everyone last night. We did Scotty T at Curbside. Shout out to everyone who came out, everybody who watched online. Again, guys, Thursday nights, we're going to be there every Thursday. You want to bring the family out? It's a really fun environment for the kids. We had kids running all around. They got that big fenced-in area. It's great. You want to come grab a cocktail at the kids, kind of act a fool on a Thursday night, get a delicious burger. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. So come out on Thursdays. And then, Jake, where will you all be posted up Saturday? You and Bobby Carpenter, walk-ons?
Yeah, we'll be at the OG walk-ons.
Nice.
There's like an ESPN radio Airstream bus that they'll also be doing a show before us on, and so I think we'll be right around there.
Oh, look, chat's saying that new voice woman's starting to grow on him a little bit. There we go, dude.
It was a change, and people don't like it.
I know. I told you that's how it's going to work.
Did y'all see that New Orleans has gone 18 days without a murder? And everybody's saying that Clint Kubiak is healing the city.
I mean, very funny.
Yeah.
A bit ridiculous, but also a bit not untrue. I mean, it's obviously not like super causal, but I stand by what I said last weekend. That Cowboys win is the type of win where the entire city and state walks around a bit happier. Everything's a little bit brighter. Everything tastes a little bit sweeter. That's the type of way. Like, that's why we love sports. That's why we make so much of our identity sports, is because these wonderful proxy battles in which we can fight these other people and you come out on top and then you have bragging rights over them. You feel so good about it.
I'm just picturing right now some dude going to like hijack a car. He's got his gun. He's like, what am I doing? I'm putting this down. He just leaves.
No, he's about to leave. He's about to leave the house, but then he like sees a segment about how well the Saints are playing on TV. He's like, oh, I got to watch this. And then he gets sucked in. And then he calls his partner. And then
you can't be angry when the Saints are putting up 40-plus points.
He sees his AK jersey. He puts down the AK-47, picks up the AK-41.
Yeah. Put down AK and pick up another.
I still don't know why Kamara does not wear 47, but whatever.
Experts say it's the longest stint in years.
I don't think that's that hard to understand, Taylor.
The basketball player did. What was a basketball player?
A white guy in I don't think Utah gun violence is as much.
What did he say?
The European used to play.
Was it Andre Karolinko?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great name.
Yeah,
Karolinko is awesome.
Very mellifluous. Andre Karolinko.
Never heard mellifluous.
Just sonorous, rolls off the tongue. It is one of my favorite words because it's one of those words that sounds like what it means, right? Mellifluous sounds very pleasing to me. Very sonorous, very smooth. And, that's basically what it means. Yes. Sonorous, something pleasing to the ear, if you will. I'll give you an exact sonorous definition here. Never mind. Actually,
word calendar of the day.
Actually, I'm going to say wrong. I'm wrong on sonorous. I've always thought it was very pleasing to the ear, but this says imposingly deep and full, or capable of producing a deep or ringing sound. So never mind. I was off there. Hour 3 of OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com, KTOZblinds.com. You want window coverings that wow, you want to get in touch with K to Z. They give you a ton of information. You will walk away from their estimate, their free estimate. They come tour your house. You will walk away knowing more about window treatments than you ever thought was possible, which means you can upgrade your house more than you ever thought was possible. I don't care if you're a starter home, the home of your dreams. Take it to the next level with our friends. They can work with any budget at K to Z. Shoot for the moon. K to Z window coverings, KTOZblinds.com.
Yeah, go to the website today and look, you can check out everything they have available, but we always encourage you, have them come out. They're going to know your space better than you do in like 5 minutes. They did it for me. They did it for my dad. They will do it for you as well. I promise you, tell you exactly what you need in your space, no matter the space. KTOZblinds.com.
We're Rev Business, a local provider with nearly 90 years of experience. So when it comes to business in Louisiana, we know that personalized service is key. And we're here to go the extra mile with all fiber solutions that deliver what every business needs: reliability and quality. We're not just providers. We're the local team dedicated to helping you succeed. True partnerships are homegrown. Rev Business, internet, phone, managed services. Visit us at letsrev.biz.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
At Atmos Energy, our smart choice solutions help customers save energy and emissions with rebates up to $500 off high-efficiency natural gas appliances, smart thermostats, and weatherization upgrades. Together, we're fueling our energy future.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected. Supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team. And backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
At Relief Windows, we're more than windows. We're windows, doors, party plank, and vinyl siding. But our number one product is always customer satisfaction. Visit us online at reliefwindows.com. Oh, by the way, we do shutters too.
Good morning. It's a 9 a.m. here on Friday, September 20th. Today in Baton Rouge, expect sunny skies with a high of 93 in hour 3 of today's show. We'll look at the top games around the NFL and college football. We'll do our pontoon parlay, and we'll close out the show with some Ask the Bench. If you missed hours 1 or 2 of the show, you can catch it in the on-demand section at 1045ESPN.com. You can also follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN, and watch us on YouTube at the 1045 ESPN channel. Hour number 3 of Off the Bench, live from the Mercedes-Benz of Baton Rouge studios, starts now.
Let's go, baby, let's go. All-Star Toyota presents Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
Yeah, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Now, here's Jacob Hester and T-Bob Hebert.
What's happening, yo? Welcome in hour 3 of OTB. Normally beginning Champagne Shenanigans right now. No, guys, Rivers has not been fired from the show. It's just been weird schedule. He's been going to Starkville every weekend, basically, to watch the Bulldogs. Got a couple other work things. Unfortunately, I don't think true Champagne Shenanigans will return till October, but it will be back. It will be back. Nothing has happened. There's no drama. Everything is good.
That's what you said during the break.
Just life gets in the way. Wow, yeah. Just really plant a seed and cut my knees out from under me and everything that I just said. That's not true, guys. What Jake just said is not true.
Are we lying on the air now?
No. Yeah. Oh, no. Okay. I'm done.
Feels like it.
I'm done with y'all. Whatever. I guess we'll just wait in a few weeks. You know, if it's not back in October, then sure. Then feel free to.
The beef could be squashed by then. So how do we know you're still not lying?
Yes, exactly.
We're trying to work it out right now.
Exactly. Yes. I hate all of you. What I don't hate is another weekend of football coming up, baby. Let's friggin' go. We're feeling good about the hometown teams this weekend. We haven't talked any Tulane UL. To be fair, I don't know much about UL this year. I love Darian Mensah, Tulane's quarterback. I love John Summerall, Tulane's coach. I think the future is very bright for the Green Wave. I think I'm a bit worried about them, where are they at mentally after they had Kansas State. I mean, they had Kansas State, and they barely let the Wildcats escape. And then, they got frisky against Oklahoma in that second half.
Did.
But there's no shame in losing those games. If you're Tulane, you're still ahead of schedule. If you're Summerall,
it shows where the program's at for sure. That you play in those games, you're in those games. That your opponent felt you, and they knew they had to bring it.
Well, and this is where you kind of got to beat UL, though, right?
Yeah.
Because and even Jake, if you look at the Group of 5 right now, isn't it the Sun Belt and the AAC basically battling to see who's the best Group of 5 conference?
Yeah, the Sun Belt's always in that conversation. But yeah, you get the Mountain West, who's got UNLV and Boise State. They've got some juice to them, but
I think the AAC is just pretty good top to bottom. Yeah. Or they have a lot of good teams. Maybe I'm biased because I'm in that dynasty where I've seen a lot of ACC teams.
You've been a lot of American.
Yeah, I've been hanging out there a lot. But don't
forget about the MAC, by the way, Northern Illinois.
So who do y'all? Does anybody have a great opinion on UL Tulane?
So Tulane's going to smash this game.
So ULL has played Grambling, where they won 40-10. They've played Kennesaw State, who is, by all accounts, the worst team in the FBS. They're brand new to it, so that makes a lot of sense. They won that one 34-10. So there's really not a lot to go off of for the Raging Cajuns. Now we know that they've been a good program, but their first 2 games, FCS opponent, probably the lowest ranked FBS opponent. Now they went out there, they won those games by combined 74-20, but not a lot to go off of compared to where Tulane's been, Kansas State, Oklahoma, some marquee matchups.
Yeah, Tulane's probably played one of the hardest schedules in the entire country.
And they've been right there.
And they've been right there. And again, they have a redshirt freshman quarterback in Darian Mensah that if you haven't watched him play, the amount of confidence that this cat plays with really blows me away. And I think he's going to be so good long term. So you're rolling with the Wave in Lafayette. Big game for DeZormo on the other side.
Yeah.
If you're a UL fan, trying to prove that you can, that you can keep some of the momentum that Billy Napier had built there, because now the team is fully yours. Can you get back where you're pushing 10-win seasons maybe? Well, this would go a long way towards making that happen. So a big in-state matchup going down to Lafayette. My opinion means nothing because, again, I haven't really watched UL this year, but I'll roll with the Wave here. I think Tulane gets it done.
That's only a 2.5 point spread.
Wow.
For Tulane.
To the Wave? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the road, again, battles you've been in, UL's kind of got fresh legs a little bit. I could see it. By the way, did you see the reports on who the Pac-12 is targeting next?
Tulane and Memphis?
Yeah. Those are their main targets. Right now, the Pac-12, of course, with Boise and the others joining from the Mountain West, are up to 6 teams. You have to be at least 8 teams to be considered a FBS conference. And Tulane and Memphis are who they're reportedly their top targets are. There's a few other teams mixed in they'd go after. But this is what I think is interesting. Right now, the Mountain West TV contract pays out $6 million per team per school. The AAC, I think, actually has the best Group of 5 TV contract. They pay out $7 million per team per school. The Pac-12 has made Boise and those other schools believe, and this is the pitch that they're sending to Tulane and Memphis as well, they believe they'll get a TV deal somewhere in the $10 to $15 million per school per year range.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a function of having less teams as well, which makes the overall buy lower. But I guess, do you think they could pull that off? Does it matter because I don't think they're going to be a Power 5 conference. I don't think even that group, it'll be a good conference, but I don't think that's going to be enough to get Power 5 status. But I wonder, is the brand of the Pac enough to command that much more when really it's not, if you were to just look at the teams, it's not really dissimilar to what the AAC or the Mountain West has, and yet they're saying they can get 2 to 3 times the return on a TV deal.
I'd push back on you a little bit there because I think you're adding – so you have 2 teams that were in the Pac-12 forever, right? Oregon State, Washington State.
True.
And then out of the American, if you go get Tulane, that's been the team that over the last 3 seasons has been the most consistent team in that league.
Yeah.
And then you look at who they would take out of the Mountain West, and you would have Boise State, who's been highly consistent in that league. San Diego State adds different things probably in different sports, making the basketball Final Four just definitely 2 years ago. So I think you're kind of taking the best of some of these conferences that have the TV deals that you're talking about, and an amalgamation.
There we go.
Of maybe putting the best together. So
okay,
I think
so that's where you get the value out
I think
of.
you can get some value there. Now, who else that you decide to add? I don't think you want to add somebody that devalues. You know what I'm saying? Don't just add to add. Don't just say, hey, yeah, sure. You
got to get to 8, but after
Utah
that, you got to be
don't
selective.
Do that. Don't do Utah State.
Yeah, you got to be selective after you get to 8.
So who was the fourth
team? Good TV markets
Boise
too.
State, Colorado State, San Diego State. Who was the fourth team? Fresno, right?
Yeah, Fresno State.
Yeah. See, and that all makes sense.
Some talk about
all those
UNLV,
teams.
but they're not sure if they think that
UNLV makes
UNLV is
sense.
long-term viable.
UNLV or Nevada, either one of them. I mean, they're solid programs.
Reports are they're leaning towards UNLV, but is UNLV a solid program? I mean, they're good this year, but I think
because Barry Odom,
their concern is how sustainable is it?
Yeah. Well, also I know TV markets don't mean what they used to,
Barry
but
Odom
having
the coach there?
Vegas,
I didn't know that. Okay.
I think having Vegas added to your portfolio. I even talked about it, and EJ gives me hell about it. I said, why not? If you're going to add just for market, why not look at Rice? I mean, you would add the Houston market.
Yeah.
Academically, they would fit kind of.
Apparently, the Texas team they're highest on is UTSA.
Yeah, no, sorry, Peter Burns, but the Roadrunners do nothing for me.
What? Aren't they good?
No, they were supposed to, and they're horrible.
UTSA?
Yeah.
They're not
They were supposed to be good.
Yeah, they're not
and they've been outscored.
That's your hometown school, Andre.
121 to 45.
Okay. Well, we'll see. But the Pack.
Jeff Traylor.
Pack has a little life, guys.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's a good idea to add who you're adding. And then if the American gets Air Force, you got all 3 service academies in the same conference. I like that as well.
God, I really like Air Force's playbook, dude. I haven't watched
Air
Force
Force
much in
unis,
real life, but I love their
like their
unis.
playbook.
And I like their playbook. They still got all the triple op stuff, only now they also have like a spread shotgun attack with a lot of great route combinations and whatnot. Fun team. Fun team for sure. Okay, so that's going down over there in Lafayette. Tulane UL this weekend. Obviously tonight, guys, 7 p.m.
Oh, the best version of a rock fight. And I mean that in a good way.
Illinois at Nebraska. This is going to be the Cornhuskers' 400th sellout in a row.
That's going back to, 40 years?
Yeah.
I mean, really, right?
Gotta be.
The average 10 home games.
I mean, no, even longer than that, right? Because you're getting, 6 home games a year?
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think when the schedule changes. It is longer. It has to be longer.
Yeah. That's actually insanely long. I can't do that math off the top of my head.
Well, I just don't know. Well, you have 8 home games now for a lot of these teams.
You have 8 home games
but
now.
But the schedule has expanded since then. But either way, that's ridiculous in a good way.
I love it, too, because it's a ranked elimination battle. Both teams finally finding their way back into the top 25. 2 teams enter. Only 1 team will leave with a number next to their name.
Yeah.
Nebraska's 2-4 against Burt, but they did beat him last year.
Yeah.
Luke Altmaier's played much better this year, but he's played better against the bad teams. He was all right against Kansas. Really nothing to write home about. He's avoided turnovers, but bro, I don't think Luke Altmaier's ready for my guy Nash Hutmaker. Big number 0 in the middle.
It is going to be which quarterback can make the bigger play. I mean, because both these teams, and when I say rock fight, I just mean it's going to be a physical, tough football game.
Yeah.
Points are going to be, I think, 21-17 kind of territory. So they're going to be precious points whenever you can get them in a game like this. I think the total in this game is like 41. But Raiola is somebody that I think I'm going to put more faith in to go make that play that I'm talking about. Like whenever you've finally been leaning on the defense, here we are, hard play action over the top. Raiola can make that throw. I don't know that Altmaier right now, even though he has been much better, I'm still going to trust a true freshman in this situation that's way more talented.
Yeah, way more. I mean, and there's nothing I love more in the college football news ether than Dylan Raiola refusing to admit that he just is obsessed with Patrick Mahomes. He's just doing his thing, dude. He's just doing his thing out there. But I love it. To be clear, I think it's really cool, even though it makes me feel old. Because, again, here you have a cat that grew up in the Mahomes era. How long's Patrick Mahomes been in the NFL now?
That's what I was just wondering.
8 years, 9 years? Are we up to that now?
7 or 8. Right?
7 or 8 years.
Has to be, yeah.
So you're talking about Raiola being 11? when he bursts onto the scene, probably around there. Like, yeah, of course he's obsessed with them.
Big Tebow fan, too.
Also, can we just like take a second to really appreciate? He is a big Tebow fan. That's why he says he wears 15. But again, we have to
8 years.
8 years. Wow.
Well, he was drafted in 17.
We have to take a moment.
So it was more like 6 years because I guess he started in 2018.
Yeah. But still, I mean, he probably saw him at Texas Tech.
Yeah.
This is his 7th year as a starter. He's been in 8 years.
We do have to take a moment and also.
I don't know how you're in 8 years if you graduate in 16 and were drafted in 17.
Well, because you would have started your first football season in 17, and this is 24, so this is his 8th year.
This is year 8.
17, 18,
It says
19,
2018 was with his first season
first
as
start.
starting quarterback.
So he was a backup his first year to Alex Smith.
Yeah.
So this is his 8th year in the NFL, 7th year starting.
Okay. All right, relax. I was just trying to do the math.
That math always gets funny because you got to count that first year as 1, not 0. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Anyway, also though, I want to take a moment and just appreciate how nice it is that Dylan Raiola didn't go to Georgia. That'd have been so freaking lame. He'd be sitting on the bench. Nebraska would not be a resurgent brand or program or anything. Like, he'd be lost to history. Sure, you win a natty at Georgia, whatever. You make the playoff at Nebraska, you're going to be a god.
No doubt.
And they ain't making it this year, but like the Big Ten is not that hard to climb right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Michigan's way down. Ohio State appears to be easily the best. Oregon still probably second, but has looked flawed early on. Penn State remains as flawed as they've ever been. And then, I mean, like, is USC the third best team in the Big Ten right now?
They'll be able to go prove it this weekend.
Yeah.
In the Big House. There's some teams, though, in Nebraska, Illinois, Rutgers, that have that opportunity to try to do what you're talking about, see if they can go make up some of that ground that Michigan lost after losing all their players. Oregon hasn't looked great. I mean, they did last week against Oregon State in the second half, but not even in the first half.
Yeah.
I think there's some there for the taking for sure.
Which is another reason why I saw like Matt Rule's named in the Florida Surgeon. It's like, what? I mean, what? After all the work you put in Nebraska, you're going to leave and go to Florida into a tougher conference, a way more toxic situation with the resurgent Miami in a Florida State that still, even with all the bad, has more buy-in than they've had in a long time. No, get the hell out of here.
I don't know who in the world right now worth what that job needs would take that job.
Just keep going back to Bill O'Brien. And I don't hate Prime. I would actually, I would be open to Prime. But people think that's a joke. I know. Greg says Ohio State's schedule is so boring. I know. Again, but they learned from Michigan. Yep. Michigan played no one the last 2 years of Harbaugh. They just knew, okay, well, we just got to be perfect during it. And they were. And then they enter the end of the season with fresher legs, and they end up smashing everybody. So, I don't know, Mr. Big. I don't think Kiffin would go to Florida, dude.
Why would he? What would be the reasoning to go there?
I mean, I think the only reason is still this idea that Florida's just a better job, which is probably still true, but like that would have been a huge gap in the past between Florida and Ole Miss. The gap has been narrowed significantly in the new era of football.
So Florida's not going to pay him more than Ole Miss right now. Like, no. They don't have deep pockets like that, and Ole Miss is going to be able to match whatever they have. They've figured out the transfer portal already. Oxford over Gainesville right now.
Yeah.
You don't have to have this pipeline of high school recruiting anymore because of the portal. And Mississippi's got good high school football. Certainly doesn't have Florida, but I don't think that matters as much as it used to. What advantage outside of history does Florida have over even an Ole Miss right now? That's not rhetorical. I'm asking if you have one.
It is just the soil. It is just the talent pool. But even that's harder and harder to – even that's being thinned out because now you could just pay guys to leave. Miami's hot again. So, yeah, I'm with you, Jake. I'm with you. I think that gap is – like I was saying that I think Ole Miss right now is a better job, and some people are pushing back on that, and I'll accept that. I'm not going to go to the mat for that. But, again, I think the thing I would go to the mat for is that the gap has narrowed super significantly. And I don't know. Bill O'Brien? I don't know. Can Bill O'Brien recruit the South, though? I don't know. Have to be seen.
I mean, again, but like even Bill O'Brien, sure, Florida's absolutely like a more prestigious job than Boston College, but he's like, look, I'm winning games here, Boston College. Like, I know this area very well.
I think Bill would jump at the chance to go to Florida.
I mean, maybe, probably, but it's going to take somebody like a personality of a Bill O'Brien.
Yeah, you got to be. Yeah, you're gonna have to believe. You're gonna have to believe in yourself for sure, because it's a tough road to hoe right now. I don't know what that means. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
What does hoeing a road mean? I mean, I know, like, is it like a garden row? Like you're hoeing the earth?
I don't know. The only hoe I know is Taylor, so I don't really know. Florida though is 18-23.
T Diddy. That's what they call them.
They're 18-23. They're staring their fourth straight losing season in the face.
Yeah.
So like.
First time since the Great Depression.
Anybody that we think would automatically jump at that job, and again, people saying Lane would like jump at that job,
insane.
I'm like, that doesn't line up to me. Why? They have always in the administration, been stingy with facilities and building something new. They're finally in baseball and football building things that people built 15 years ago.
Yeah.
All right. You now have Miami, who you mentioned is on the way up. UCF is now in the Big 12.
Yeah.
Hell, even South Florida is doing, some good things. I mean, there's so much competition in the state of Florida. So I don't really know outside of, again, a great history of football with Spurrier and some with Urban Meyer, certainly, what you really have right now that's going to be a big advantage.
Florida's about to have to pay $27 million to Napier, too. Oh, man. I keep forgetting all these points I wanted to make. It's something to kind of put a bow. Oh, no, I just wanted to credit Krista Kissinger and Fawn Sonzarelli because they were the ones who originally put the Bill O'Brien name in my brain, and I can't escape it. So, good call, guys. All right, when we get back, let's continue to preview the football weekend that will be. Talk college, NFL. We got NFL story of the day. We got the pontoon parlay coming up. We got to ask the bench. And really, we can kind of do the questions throughout the hour. If you got anything interesting you want to ask us, go ahead and put it right there in the chat. More to be coming next.
Off the bench.
Coleman Roofing and Construction, ColemanRoof.com, ColemanRoof.com. Louisiana's most reliable, most respected, and most complete roofing company. You go to Coleman today, and I don't care what type of roof you need. I don't care how big the project is, commercial, residential. I don't care where you are in the state. We got you at Coleman, man. And you're going to get that commitment to excellence that Coleman has all the way from the, from the estimate process all the way through cleanup. Making sure the job is done correctly to the fullest extent of their ability. You can go fill out a consult form right on there on the website, ColemanRoof.com. They'll get in touch with you immediately. Financing options available. You want to go to Coleman Roof, Coleman Roofing Construction.
Go to the website today, and you'll find that contact information throughout the state of Louisiana. They can help you no matter where you're listening to us in the state. Certainly, like commercial building, no matter where it's at, they can come in. You'll see that right there on the homepage of ColemanRoof.com. Go to the site today to find that information in your area, ColemanRoof.com.
There's nothing chill about a hot, sweaty line. Unless you add Mountain Cold Refreshment. Coors Light. Choose chill.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail. So come out for game day and let our team make you the MVP. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Breck teamed up to reimagine your parks, and you imagined big. With your help, we went to work, creating 12 beautiful community parks across the parish. A family-sized water park, miles and miles of trails, and parks just for your dogs. There are more places to splash, to explore, to run wild, and even soar. You imagined, we delivered. Gold. Breck, your #1 park system in the nation.
I've been doing business with Luba for 25 years. They're dependable, trustworthy. It's just the attention to detail with our clients.
Our folks have years and years of experience. They're highly trained professionals, but many companies have that asset. What I'd like to think makes Luba a bit different is that we use those talents in a way that truly is dedicated to serving the needs of the folks who depend on us.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps were held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
Hey, shout out to our guy, Brian Vincent. Go Hawks. Take down Texas this weekend.
Their defensive coordinator did say, look, a lot of our guys played Arch in high school when he was living down in New Orleans. And
they beat him.
They all kind of had some success, so we'll be fine. I'm like,
are you scared? I will say, Jake, unfortunately, you had to go to travel with the team. You would have been head over heels in love with Coach Vincent, even to the point where, like, there were multiple women in the chat in love with Coach Vincent and men. Yes, it was that is a man's man. Inspiring. Him ready to run through a brick wall. He's going to have his team ready. I mean, what are they going to do, though? I mean, it is Texas. That said, though, one thing I just really love is, so you know how often I make jokes about me
inappropriate things?
Yeah, well, true, yes. But I'm me and my old man being the great value version of like the Golix or something.
Right.
We have quite the great value matchup here between the Booties and the Mannings, 2 of the great football families of Louisiana, and I think it goes a bit deeper than people necessarily think. Bruce Felton had a really good write-up in The Athletic about this. So, okay.
Wait, I can't wait to tell the story after you finish.
Okay, so we have Arch and we have General Booty, who's now starting for ULM. Funnily enough, while they both have 2 uncles that were great quarterbacks, their direct fathers were wide receivers, right? Of course, Cooper Manning and Abram Booty. Now, General Booty's uncle, Josh Booty, in 1993 was the USA Today Offensive Player of the Year, the Parade National Player of the Year. Arch's uncle, Peyton Manning, in 1993 was the Gatorade Player of the Year. And then, of course, you have Eli Manning, and we all know him. And then you have John David Booty, who played for Steve Sarkisian at USC, won multiple Rose Bowls, a little bit in the NFL. And then both their grandfathers played in Archie Manning and Johnny Booty. So it's very funny to me, the parallels there. It's just that, the Mannings are, they're on they're space mode. It makes no sense. I mean, they're talking about brothers that have won Super Bowls and going to be in the NFL Hall of Fame. But that's a hell of a lineage for the Booties as well.
No, it is. And obviously I've got a history with the Booties. John David was my quarterback in high school. I knew you were going to do that.
I just won, guys. I've avoided all Booty jokes the entire week.
And I wanted to make sure you got
It's like I made no cock jokes last week. Give me some credit.
I don't know that you did. You not?
I made one, I think.
Okay. I don't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I did really.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Although on Whiskey and Wine, I heard you made up for some.
Well, that was the first joke out the gate.
Yeah, I know. I got like 17 text messages after that happened. All right, what was I going to say? Let me get back. Oh, yes.
Story about the booties.
So I forget what happened in Denver. And look, Peyton Manning's like one of the like greatest teammates. Like when it's serious time, he's super serious. But man, he likes to have fun as well.
Yeah, you can see that.
I mean, without question, and you absolutely love it. Well, I forget what happened. Forget what it was, but he was giving me a hard time about something. Like for like 2 days in a row, I'm like, all right, what can I do to Peyton Manning? Like what? So I printed out, I mean, like the biggest poster board I could find, and I got Josh Booty on the cover of this national high school magazine where it was like Josh was the whole thing, and it had like all these things written about him on the cover page of it. And in the top right corner, when I say it was a spec picture of Peyton Manning in the top right corner, and it's like Newman quarterback Peyton Manning, and that's all it said.
Yeah.
So I put it on the front of his locker for everybody to see as they walk by.
Oh, what did he say? I mean,
he liked it. He appreciated it.
Well, and he can have the confidence of a man who, I'm Peyton Manning.
Yeah, I'm Peyton Manning. But still, like, it was good. You could tell, like, he's like, all right, well played.
Not out of high school, though.
Yeah.
Not out of high school. All about the booty. And that's all Evangel, right? Weren't the booties pretty, weren't they kind of involved in the Evangel rise?
Abram and, Josh was like the first player from Evangel that got recruited and really made the school kind of what it is. He's the only guy that has his jersey retired there.
Oh, wow. Not even John David?
No. Well, they all wore 10. Well, he wore 10. Josh and John David both wore 10. But so Josh and then Abram had all the national records as far as receiving yards. I think Trey Quinn is actually the guy that broke those records.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, former LSU SMU player. And then John David won 2 Rose Bowls as a quarterback, all at Evangel. And then General kind of did bounce around from multiple high schools throughout Texas and California. The family was kind of moving back and forth there. Maybe he finished in Allen, Texas, maybe. That might be right. But then he went to Tyler JUCO and then Oklahoma and now UL Monroe.
Yeah. So it's been a circuitous path. And look, General, they honestly, Vincent's system is one that he's going to build through the ground. And so Booty hasn't put up like crazy stats or anything, but it's still a cool story. But obviously, like I'm expecting Arch to ball out here. And then I'm expecting all the headlines and all the ESPN coverage to be about should Arch be the starter. And it's ridiculous because Quinn is so clearly the starter. But what I hate is Texas is going to be awesome for a long time, guys. A long time. Because with Arch in the hopper, and then if he does really well again, Jake, and Steve Sarkisian seems to be at the top of his play calling game right now, like they're going to get another good quarterback too. You know what I'm saying? It's I hate it, but it looks like Texas is like back. Maybe back for more than a year.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And like I don't know if you've ever had a chance to catch up with Steve Sarkisian. He's very impressive. He is somebody that is engaged with his team, knows his team fully. His assistant coaches, and I know 2 of them on a very close level, 2 of my really good friends. They love him. The culture that he's built there, being able to take that on, knowing that it's one of those schools where they want to always be back and they weren't back, and you got to get them to that point. And you were going to go through some growing pains and have to have thick skin while you're going through those growing pains. Like all of that is true with Steve Sarkisian. And so, yeah, they're back. They're going to be here for a long time. And it's going to be a situation like there's going to be multiple schools that probably go the opposite way because of it. Oklahoma, Texas A&M certainly come to mind. LSU and Texas are going to be in some recruiting battles.
Yeah.
Where LSU's got to try to make sure that they try to stay up.
And you won a couple. I mean, you won Pickett. You won a couple, so good on you.
Now, you've won a couple against them even when they were good, in the early 2000s. Yeah. Like, it's always a good battle between those 2 schools.
If you want to get back, somebody got into an accident with you, or you want to get back to the big insurance companies, you want Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Get Gordon, get it done. 225-888-8888. Gordon McKernan is there for you when you need them. You can go on the website, fill out a free consult. They'll get in touch with you immediately. You can see the cases they handle. You can see past results from satisfied customers. You can explore some of the philanthropic endeavors that Gordon McKernan gets into with the Gordon Gives initiatives. And you can follow him on social media at Get Gordon, where you see a lot of great content with your favorite athletes, general life advice, business advice. I mean, look, in this new NIL era, Gordon has been one of the keys to LSU finding their way. Get Gordon, get it done today. Better nickname: Mark Poops, Steve Fartkesian, or Mario Cristofrod?
Cristofrod.
Poops flows better together. Cristofrod might be the most accurate.
Now, obviously, Fartkesian is shut down now because I think that he's, he proved me wrong last year. He did something he's never done before, and I think he's going to do it a lot more in terms of winning double-digit games and whatnot. Poops is still in play, maybe stronger than it's ever been. And I personally have stopped using Cristofrod. I believe in the U this year, and I think the U is back. So I'm going to so Poops is the only nickname that's still relevant.
It sounds
I just want to
best.
give myself credit for 3 great nicknames there, guys. So if anybody else wants to join in and give me credit, thank you.
Like the Mark Poops
is genius.
Is good.
Is genius.
Cristofrod's great.
Yeah.
Sarkisian's a stretch.
Fartkesian?
Nah.
It's a stretch for
Oh,
Fartkesian, but
no,
also
dude.
like Mark Poops
Steve
is good.
Keesian?
Mark Poops is good,
Yeah.
but it was right there.
It is
like
right
it's
there.
very obvious.
Hey,
I'm gonna go with Cristofrod, even though I'm with you on the U. So
keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
You know? Don't overthink it. It's Poops.
What you need is like when we play Ole Miss, we get 2 interceptions and it's Jackson Fart instead of Jackson
Oh,
Dart.
I've done Jackson Fart
That's
plenty.
better than Fartkesian.
I've done Jackson Fart plenty.
Yeah, that's a better one than Fartkesian.
Unfortunately, not looking good for the flatulent Jackson jokes this year.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to have success against him first before you use him.
Yeah, I would love nothing more than to get to do a whiskey and wine celebrating an Ole Miss game.
He doesn't.
When he mutes his mic, but he kind of doesn't. And then
No, I
pick
do mute it.
up.
It's just really loud. I got to clear my throat. Let me clear my throat. Oh, Mel Tugger. That's an all-timer. Good job, Spencer P. Brian Smelly. Eli Drink Piss.
I've heard that one before.
Oh,
Drinks making a lot of people drink piss.
yeah. Tugger's probably the best because, again,
it's actually happened.
The horniest bag fumble of all time will always remain with Mel Tucker.
Yeah.
He got the buyout, but then didn't get the buyout. Like he had the buyout in his contract that everybody but then didn't get.
And he knew they were going to be searching. Like, let's find something to not get this buyout. And then, boom, you found a big something.
You gave him hoisted on my own Pinard. It's actually petard, but it's you get it, kind of not that good of a joke. All right, Smelly Napier. That's pretty good. That's pretty good by Jonathan Even. I haven't thought about that one yet.
I don't think that really Billy
No,
Smelly.
yeah, that's
Yeah, it works.
No.
Smelly Billy. No,
LLY,
no.
same amount of syllables. Y'all are tripping. It doesn't have to rhyme.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
but you're
does.
changing.
Yeah,
You're
you're changing
changing.
too
It's
much.
kind of
Hey,
like
that's so Smelly Napier.
Fartkesian's a stretch. So is that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, that one
agree.
just doesn't work.
I
Like if his
disagree.
name was like Kelly
don't care.
Napier,
Yeah.
and then you could have Smelly. Billy to Smelly doesn't.
It's a stretch.
I completely disagree, but to each their own, I suppose. When we get back, let's get to Tay-Tay's NFL story
You
of
also
the day.
think the Bengals thing is funny. So
It's the funniest thing I've ever seen. So
Oh my
I
God.
can't
It's the
help it.
funniest thing you've ever seen.
I can't help it that y'all
if
don't
that's
think
the funniest thing you've ever seen,
Like-
you have not.
You've had a
Done a
boring
deep
life.
dive.
because that's how
into
stupid we
comedy.
all sound complaining about sports every weekend. But anyway, whatever.
It's still not.
We'll play it
like we
Monday.
get it.
Not
We'll play it Monday.
We understand.
We're gonna play
but
it a
it's
lot
not
on Monday.
Yeah, we totally
We get the
understand what
joke.
you're trying to get across.
It's just
there,
not
but-
funny. And no, we're not gonna play it.
We're gonna play it a lot.
No,
Monday.
we're not. Because
Yeah, we
I play the sound. I'm not playing
Thank
it.
you.
I'm not doing it.
What about Silly Napier?
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. Yeah.
That's actually a lot better than Smelly.
I don't think so. All right, more
Well,
OTB.
Sunbelt Billy.
I mean, that's bad. That's hard to escape. Sunbelt Billy's impossible to escape. All right, more OTB coming up next.
Off the bench.
Hey guys, you want to change your life for the better? You want to get in touch with ITI Technical College today for a better life. And check it out. You want them to know you came from OTB, help out the crew. You call 225-267-8003. 225-267-8003. Now, because all I really care about is you getting that better life, you can always just go to iticollege.edu. We got financial assistance available. There's a bunch of different financial assistance. It's 2 years, and you're ready for a career, we got flexible class schedules, day and night classes. You get Friday off, a beautiful campus right there on Airline Highway. You learn hands-on with real-world technology. Remember, when we talk return on investment, ranked top 10 in the country among two-year associate degree schools. And that's a study done by Georgetown University. Go to ITI Technical College, iticollege.edu.
Yeah, when you go to the website, you'll see kind of a tour of the campus right there on the homepage, but we encourage you to go see it in person. Like, it gives you a great idea of what they have over there off Airline Highway. Go see them today, iticollege.edu.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
Hey, it's Matt Moscona. For years, you've heard me tell you about Insurance Network of Louisiana, helping you find better coverage for less money. But it's not just for your home and auto. They also offer commercial properties. So, retail stores, professional offices like doctors, dentists, attorneys, clothing boutiques. Insurance Network of Louisiana can find you better coverage for less money. They service the entire state of Louisiana, and they're local. So call today at 293-0450 or lainsurance.net.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you.
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back to OTB here on this Friday, baby. Community Steel Company already open there for you. You need steel, you need community steel. Go to communitysteelco.com for all your purlin, tubing, roofing, sheet metal, steel buildings, accessories, all in Gonzales, Louisiana, straight from the wholesaler. They manufacture the product. You can go touch it, see it, feel it. You can walk through the steel buildings, model homes, kind of like basically. See the campus, better customer service, because guess what? They're local. They're here. They got a relationship with you. They give a damn. They have a human sales team, not just online order forms and answering machines. So go to Community Steel Co., CommunitySteelCompany.com. We love being partnered with Community Steel. Tay-Tay, NFL Story of the Day. Give it to me.
It's time for Tay-Tay's NFL Story of the Day. Your daily dose of NFL news from Taylor Sharp.
Guys, I know y'all are all big Dan Campbell fans in this room, but I got bad news. He's moving.
Saw this.
Now, he's not leaving the Detroit Lions, but he's selling his house. So it's 7,800 square feet. It's got multiple bedrooms. He said it is plenty of space for him and his family, but he's moving because of privacy concerns. He said that fans found out where he lived, and he had the tough first season. And even as recent as the NFC Championship game that he lost last year, he had prank calls. He had harassment. His family had actually filed multiple police reports that the Detroit Lions fans got so bad. So he said, look, I'm strictly moving for privacy concerns. And the police in Bloomfield, which is where he lives, just outside of Detroit, said that they're going to give him extra security if that's what he needs as well, because the fans got so relentless. So Dan Campbell's selling the house. It's on the market, $4.5 million house.
Good luck trying to keep your address secret nowadays, dude.
No, you can't.
If somebody wants it, they're going to get it. Damn. God, it's such a sad story, Taylor. Way to go. You've done it again.
I also like how he's like, I don't want people knowing where I live. And Taylor's like, in Bloomfield, where he lives.
Well, that was his old
Taylor's
house.
I know, but that is funny, though.
He no longer lives there.
It's funny.
Just drink your NOS and shut up.
Like, I get it's the report. It's just funny.
Just drink your NOS and shut up, Taylor. Did you finish your NOS?
No, I'm still drinking.
How long do you generally sip on a NOS?
Oh, I don't finish this one until the end of the show, usually.
That
I usually
same
like
one?
finish the rest of it.
One NOS?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm the same way with my coffee.
Guys, I'm not a degenerate over here.
I try to make it
I'm not
last.
double fisting. I'm like stone cold back here. I'm just casually drinking one.
Stone Cold used to waste a lot of beer.
Yeah, but in
I
style.
don't know if he got any, honestly.
Yeah,
like, I don't know how
exactly.
much he actually got.
I remember when
Time isn't wasted when you're getting wasted.
Kurt Angle went out there with milk one time. It was doing the same thing that Stone Cold did, but with milk.
That's funny.
Wait, what happened?
Kurt Angle. He went out there with milk one time.
no,
it was like
I
hit it
did not
together
know
and
that.
like started. Yeah.
Well,
My favorite video is the kid with Down syndrome who loves Stone Cold, and he goes into the pool and he has 2 beer bottles, and they're all like, no, and then he smashes the glass beer bottles together
Seen that video.
and chugs it, and they're all like, oh no, Billy, come on.
Dang.
Yeah,
Well,
dude.
you've seen the
It was a
little
good
kid-
Stone Cold impression though.
You've seen the little kid getting off the bus after his first day of school. They have that one, and he does milk as well. He gets 2 little mini cartons and
Hell
throws
yeah.
it
Oh,
himself.
I did see that. You know, speaking
God,
of
milk, not what I want to be covered in.
Speaking
go through
of
my
little
day.
kids that T-Bob has a problem with, wouldn't you like to find the little kid that
FSU
threw
kid?
up the L? Yeah.
Yeah, where you at? Punk. Probably like sophomore year of high school. I ain't going to pick on you. That could be a rough time. And Florida State ain't making it any easier.
No, they're really not.
Can't spell FSU without the we suck. Cal's about to go into Tallahassee and take over.
Go 0 for 4.
I think so.
You think so?
Yeah. I think Cal's good. I think they're playing with belief. Even though that guy that promised to eat the dog crap thought he was going to come back to the internet, and he did it in the most cowardly way possible. He showed back up. He tried to join in the Calgorithm movement, and he did an AI image of him wearing Cal gear and was like, since my own fan base is trying to make me poop, I'm going to be cheering for Cal this week. And I'm like, hold up, bro. You need it to disappear. If you're going to come back, you're going to come back then and then go against your own team that you promised to eat excrement on behalf of. I mean, I hate this. And I defended it, but I hate that.
So there's a narrative that he's the reason why FSU is doing so bad.
Hey, curse
They're
them.
not going to do good until he eats the crap.
He cursed them.
He's got to eat it.
That's
if
my
he
favorite
wants-
scene in American Wedding.
Yeah.
When Stifler eats the dog crap.
It's also a great scene in
Oh,
Step Brothers,
Step
the
Brothers.
white dog
The
turd.
white, yeah.
I think we
You don't
should
come
find
over
another
here
way
and
home.
lick that white dog turd.
All right, when we get back, Ask the Bench here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
Go Tommies, baby. Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. Tommy used to say go Tigers when he was a member of the Golden Band from Tigerland. Now he says go Tommies, and so should you. If you want reliable window installation right here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, you want Tommy's. Hardy plank or vinyl siding, wood or vinyl windows, any type of door. Invest in your home. Take it to the next level with the company that has won the Angie Super Service Award every single year they've been in existence. Tommy himself bringing nearly 30 years of experience to the table, okay? So for your home improvement needs, you want Tommy's windows, doors, and siding. GEAUXTommies.com.
Yeah, go to the website and you'll see what they can do for you. Testimonials of past clients, a great gallery of work, but we remind you every day because it is true. They can customize your job. So we always encourage you, have them come out. Tell them what you're looking for, right? And they can get that done. Go to the website today, gotommies.com.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-756-2644. That's 756-2644 for Gulf Coast Office Products.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
The Windsor Senior Living Community in Mandeville, Louisiana is a beautiful, vibrant apartment community geared towards seniors. They are nestled right in the heart of Mandeville, where seniors live a more carefree lifestyle in spacious apartments with the peace of mind that comes from having a little extra help. Call the Windsor at 985-624-8040 to schedule a lunch and tour. Come see how the Windsor can be your passport to peace of mind.
Jerry and Benny Payne began Central Plumbing Company out of their driveway in Tanglewood Subdivision. 50 years later and 4 generations down the road, we continue to serve Baton Rouge and the surrounding areas for all of their plumbing needs. Residential, commercial, industrial, or hospitality, Central Plumbing is here 24/7, 365.
We want to thank our customers, family, and friends for 50 years of success.
And looking forward to 50 more.
Gulf Coast Office Products is a nationally recognized Savin office equipment dealer based right here in Louisiana. Over 100 employees strong, Gulf Coast has the boots on the ground to support all vertical markets from education, engineering, legal, and finance. With the latest in office technology from desktop to production segment units, Gulf Coast and Savin have the perfect fit for you. Call 225-
Welcome back to Off the Bench with Hester and T-Bob.
What's happening, y'all? Welcome back now. Ask the Bench. Brought by Cold Curse Light, Vista Yard Seltzer, Blue Moon Lot Sky, Citrus Sweet. Did T-Bob and Matt ever compare their genitals off air? We did not. We did not yet. Ask the Bench. What director would you pick if you could only watch their films for the rest of your life? Spielberg or Tarantino?
Tarantino. 100,000%.
Let's not show disrespect to Spielberg here.
What about what I said was disrespectful?
Because you came a little heavy. It is a conversation. I would go Tarantino. I would go Tarantino as well. But it's not like this 100% crap. Steven Spielberg made Schindler's List and Jurassic Park in the same year.
Makes great movies.
I didn't
but
say...
it's a quick answer for us. It's fine.
Tarantino films are awesome. I probably like them better, but Spielberg has so many more. I feel like if I
He's
only
got
had,
more.
I feel like if I only had to watch one,
That's
like he's got a lot more variety. I wouldn't get as bored as quick.
That's
But
true.
Tarantino movies are very rewatchable.
No, they
also
are
very
They
true.
are for sure.
They're
but-
like onions. You can continue to bite into them.
How many movies does Spielberg have?
Like a million.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think I'd ever get bored. Like I love the rewatchable movies, but I don't know. It's just the variety.
I think I'm with y'all, though. I think I'm going Tarantino. But I just want to show respect. I really enjoyed the Spielberg documentary on HBO Max. So check it out. Hashtag Ask the Bench. In the movie Saving Private Ryan. I don't know. No. Ask the Bench. With the veiled shots fired at Scone team during the BK show, we all consider moving the day or start time? What are we talking about?
I don't know. I did the Brian Kelly show last night, and I didn't notice any thinly veiled shots at anybody.
Bro, I don't think Brian Kelly gives a damn about what any of us say. This man's been in this game for 4 decades. He's very highly paid. I think all he cares about is trying to get the team ready.
No, you're wrong, dude. He texts me 3 times a week for advice.
Yeah, exactly.
He does.
Exactly. Ask the Bench. Can you name the only 2 first-round draft picks Aaron Rodgers thrown a touchdown to?
Yeah, well, one is Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, got to be.
The other?
He said it.
Mercedes Lewis?
Yeah, Mercedes Lewis. Good call. What happened in that game last night? I didn't even watch.
Nelson was a 6th-round pick.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
24-3.
Yeah.
44-3?
24.
Yeah.
Oh.
24.
Okay. Hashtag Ask the Bench. How many Nosses would it take to kill Taylor? Let's find out. Hashtag Ask the Bench. What are the odds LSU covers? I think they do. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Favorite LSU uniforms?
Outside of the classic, because, I mean, you're not going to. Love the Silent Season uniforms.
Anytime we go all white. There's a bunch of different all white combinations that I like.
Love all white. I don't.
I really liked when we were all white with the burnished gold helmets back in the day. Nobody remembers that, but I like that.
In 09?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked those like throwback ones. I think it was 2016 where they were like a mustard yellow. Yeah.
White
with
helmet,
Fournette.
white pants?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Jake,
like those a lot.
You'll have the most here. Hashtag Ask the Bench. Does U-High win tonight? Who are they playing? Catholic?
Catholic. They beat them last year in one of the best games of the year. It was
Go
like a
Cubs!
last-second field goal.
It's all about the U.
Where's that game at? Memorial or Olympia?
It's at Memorial.
Memorial. Like I'm gonna be a homer.
Go
Go
Cubs.
Cubs.
U-High pulls it out. I think
Go
they have a better
Cubs.
quarterback.
It's all about the
Go
U.
Cubs. It's all about the U,
Actually,
boys.
yeah, Taylor actually probably has takes.
Taylor probably has better takes than we do. I just know what number 71 for U-High's doing.
Ask the Bench. Jake, does watching your son blow up kids on the football field fill that hole that was left after retiring?
Yeah, for sure.
Hell yeah.
That competitive nature. You lose, they pick it up for you.
Hell yeah. All right, y'all. We love you. Go Tigers. Who dat? We'll see you on Monday and throughout the weekend as
Hold
well.
up.
Off the bench.
Remember, J.K. Dobbins and Alvin Kamara, number 1 and 2 in the NFL in yards before contact.
Yep.
Go to Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness, yourgoodwood.com, yourgoodwood.com. Look, man, stop being frustrated. Stop being embarrassed. At Goodwood, private, respect your privacy. The bottom line is whether it's ED, low T, aging, we're going to personalize a plan for you to get you where you want to be. As far as prices, it's affordable, it's transparent, no surprise fees, hidden contracts, none of that crap. So invest in yourself today. Rediscover your confidence. Yourgoodwood.com.
Go to that website today. See what they can do for you. It has a list of their services. You can also go, schedule your appointment right there.
No! Pontoon parlay.
Oh, we'll put it in the chat. Yourgoodwood.com is the website. 225-4GD Wood.
It's no secret. The best oysters in Baton Rouge are at Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar. Enjoy mouth-watering South Louisiana flavor and oysters from all over the country. And don't forget our nightly drink specials. Jolie Pearl Oyster Bar, located in downtown Baton Rouge.
Dylan Cruz here to tell you about Six Rings Baseball and Softball Camp. If you live on the North Shore and play ball, go to Six Rings Camps with former LSU assistant coach Dan Canaveri. His knowledge is second to none, and your child will improve and have fun doing it. Camps are held at Coquille Park and Six Rings Academy in Covington with 4 sessions over the summer. Full day and morning only sessions are available from ages 7 to 13. Go to sixringsbaseball.com or call 985-206-9096. Learn the game to love the game.
There it is, the extra mile, on the border of expected and extraordinary, for those willing to go further, like vans customized for work or play, with safety and tech to keep you connected, supported by a 5-star sales, service, and finance team, and backed by the 1-star you know. So go the extra mile. It's never crowded, because so few have what it takes to go there. Mercedes-Benz Vans.
When it comes to ending cancer, we push forward, always working together for you. That's why our cancer experts at Ochsner have clinically integrated with MD Anderson Cancer Center. This means advanced cancer care, including access to life-saving clinical trials and integrating care to treat the whole you. Introducing Ochsner MD Anderson Cancer Center. Long live you.
Electricity is all around us, and our families depend on it. Every day is sparked by the power of a cold drink or a warm meal, a movie night, and a comforting light at the end of a dark hallway. From sunrise to sunset, playtime to bedtime, our team is ready to take care of your electrical needs. Even in the case of an after-hours emergency, the light in your life shines brighter with Mr. Electric.
The best kept secret in town is out. Discover Tallulah at the Renaissance Hotel on Bluebonnet.